like, what do you mean? She's like, you should take like Senecot. I'm like, that's what seniors take. Like, I take care of seniors. She's
That's
like,
what
well,
old
you're not
people
getting
eat.
any younger. I'm like, oh my god.
Jesus.
Just note those harsh realities.
You know,
Right?
it's sad
and,
but
meanwhile,
true.
My sister is 21. She like gets shit faced all the time, and then there's me. Like, I've been told to take Senecot. Like, that's my life.
Wait, is your sister
I mean, I
single?
still do that other part too.
Thank God me and Rob are younger than all you old people.
Yeah, thank God me and Cal are so young.
How you doing? How you doing, Eric? Doing
Doing
all right? You doing all right there, buddy?
Bring the computer to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I don't
you're
know if I want to hear
talk,
that. You might
though.
need to mute. Yeah, you definitely want to push to talk.
Let's just not talk about flax seeds.
Oh,
I mean, it's all we've
I
been
don't know what
talking
you're
about for
talking
5
about.
minutes.
Yeah.
It is great for your diet. You just gotta be careful.
Holy fuck, dude. It was the worst too, because I was sitting there. I'm like, I went out with this girl, and
She
Yeah.
forced flaxseed down your throat.
no, it was a surprise. She was
Surprise,
like,
flaxseed!
no, she was like, hey, I'm
Pocket
gonna
flaxseed.
Really into
grab us a couple of these yogurt parfaits. I'm like, sure, you know what, that sounds like a good, Sunday afternoon thing to eat while it's nice and hot out. So I did, and we started eating them, and about 30 or 40 seconds into it, I'm like, something tastes kind of funny. I was like, hey, what's in this? And she goes, oh, it's yogurt, strawberry, blueberries. I'm like, oh, okay. And flax seeds. Like, the second she said it, I felt my stomach go,
Uh-oh.
like,
Wait, was it
Oh.
And
yogurt?
at that moment, the flax seeds were like, "Wait, this is an American stomach."
no, the flax seeds are like, hey, let's hide and just make rumbling, weird sounds in his digestive tract, right up into the point where he's like, I think I'll have another beer. The instant I took my first sip, it's like, I'm like, oh, I gotta go. So yeah, now here we are, and
10
it feels
pounds
like
later.
I feel like I just took a thing of colon blow.
See,
We'll just have to
flaxseed
see.
yogurt is great. For the digestion
Christ.
system, you just
I love
gotta
it.
time it properly.
I hopefully will never have to do that again.
He's like, you know what? D&D is coming up pretty soon. Let's do this.
I'm like, dude,
I think your body builds up an immunity the more flaxseed you consume.
He just had to flush his system out before he put up with all of
Nothing
ours.
left to shit
Yeah,
out.
it's just like explosives, man. You just slowly build up an immunity.
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
Yeah, sure.
everybody knows you build up a immunity to napalm after a couple
I mean,
exposures.
Sean built one out, so
Smaller and smaller explosives.
Wesley, how did you know he was gonna choose the cup with the poison in it? I didn't. Both cups had poison. I've spent the last 10 years slowly building up an immunity to it.
To iocane, yeah.
Never, or what is it? Never go at it with the Sicilian when death is on the line.
Yeah.
all right.
By the way,
I've not heard of that. That
Caradoc,
sounds
I found a meme for Caradoc.
Oh my god.
Y'all will appreciate.
Wheelbarrows are us.
Yeah.
This is great. This is great.
You're welcome.
I wish that there was a way in Calvin's stream for our gifts to like show up in the corner.
I mean, there is.
Oh, like from Discord?
I'm sure there's a way. I just don't know if he would want it to happen.
I don't
It
think you would.
depends. It depends on what it is. There's sometimes those.
There's some
gifts
questionable bullshit that
Yeah.
comes up.
Yeah.
There's some shit that like gets stream
questionable
taken
bullshit?
down.
Oh, so fast.
Nah.
Instantaneously.
That
Nah.
just means I can't put any like titties on it or nothing. You're good.
No biddies and titties on this stream.
But Sans titties were good.
Pasties. If it's got pasties, we're cool.
There you go. Yeah, like those ones in what's
we
that
all
movie?
know it's only the nipple that counts.
What's the Jack Nicholson movie?
Batman.
Lost in Translation.
Oh, Batman.
That's not Jack Batman.
What's that Christian Bale movie? Batman. Ah. Actually, I was going to talk about Equilibrium, but
Or like, that George Clooney
Superior.
movie, Batman.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
What's that one? Arnold Schwarzenegger Batman.
Hey, what's that one where Val Kilmer was Batman?
Ooh, Hey, what about that Tom Cruise movie? Batman?
Which one, Top Gun?
Is there another Tom Cruise movie?
Yeah, Top Gun 2.
Top Gun, the one with Val Kilmer as Batman.
There's actually going to be a Top Gun 2, but
Yeah, with Val Kilmer.
No,
wait,
there is not. No, there's not going to be a Top Gun 2.
Yeah,
they already announced it.
So Goose's son is pissed off at Maverick because it's his fault that his dad died or whatever.
I don't know if that's true, but
No,
apparently
no.
there is going to be a
I
Top Gun 2.
disagree.
I don't know who's going to be.
This is such a bad idea.
I don't
They
even
should
know who's
do
directing
they
it
should do
though.
too. And then they should do
Joseph-
a 3, but they should call it Top Gun 3D because every good movie has 3D in the title.
If
Yeah.
you're never sure if a trilogy is going to be good unless it says 3D on the third movie. Like, look at
Yeah.
Spy Kids. I mean, like,
Or if it's like
Spy Kids
Top
3D
Gun-
was the apex.
Top Gun 2.
Wow. No, it's Joseph Kosinski.
all right.
Yeah, because the guy that originally directed it passed away. It's Ridley Scott's brother or whatever.
This sounds like Justice League, and that went well.
Ooh.
Hold on. Joseph Kosinski directed Only the Brave, The Dig, Oblivion, and Tron Legacy.
Ooh, Tron Legacy. What a shit show.
I love Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
No, the Tom Cruise movie.
Oh, never knew.
Oh,
it
Vanilla
was-
okay.
Sky.
It's alright.
Yeah, Tony Scott. He was the original director. He's super dead.
Oh,
The
I
only
love
movie
Iron
I'm
Man.
excited for is The Secret Life of Pets 2.
Oh, Secret Life of Pets 1 was sick.
I can't wait
Oh,
for
he
the next
also-
Iron Man movie.
Holy shit, actually. Rob, you're going to like this. He directed the Starry Night video for Halo 3.
Is that a part of like the Halo Legends thing?
That was so
No.
weird.
It was one of the trailers for
Are we
Halo
fucking
3.
playing
Yes,
D&D
thank
today?
you.
Yeah.
There's
fuck's
literally
sake.
one joke. There's literally one joke that I wanted to say, and I'm like, should I even say it? Because like, to go off of the joke I was saying to you though, Sean, I'm like, yeah, Iron Man 3000, the next movie.
Wow.
I honestly don't know how you deal with us, Calvin. We're like a bunch of kids that like we have been waiting all week for this adult interaction, and then shit just fucking goes sideways.
I mean, that's the
My
literal
shit did go
definition.
sideways
Yeah.
I don't quite
Like,
understand why
up,
like
down, backwards and sideways.
I
Yeah,
blame.
a lot
I'm
of
like,
cleanup
oh
here.
man, I gotta think about this session and like what I'm gonna do and like plan out what I'm gonna do when I level up. And then
Yeah,
we all
and
get in a
then
call
decide.
together and it's just like, what would I do, Batman?
I mean, to be fair, that was funny, but
It was.
all right.
We are all kinds of special.
So, like,
it's okay.
To take a moment,
By
I
the
got
way-
some killer fucking ambience right now. Just giving
Nice.
myself
Hey,
I
a
can't
credit.
even hear it.
By the way, Rob,
Yeah, I don't know where the sound's supposed to be coming from, but I don't hear anything.
Roll
By the way,
20.
Rob,
Oh, if I crank it, I can hear it.
Eric, we're role playing. My
we're
name's
gonna
not
have
Rob, it's
we
Zencor.
get to have a dog in about a month.
I
You
mean,
mean you get to have a dog? In a
I
month.
do. Yes, I get to have a dog.
I already have a dog, Eric.
I know, but you could come to Austin and meet our dog.
Yeah, but like, one dog's enough.
that's the most expensive dog meeting I've ever heard.
I'm gonna get 2 dogs.
Are you trying to raise the ante for Rob? What if I get
Yep.
3 dogs? Will you come over to my
What?
house?
Rob. What if I have a dog and a cat?
Yeah, but I already have
Huh?
a dog and a cat.
What if I had 2 dogs and a cat?
You know, this reminds me of a dead baby joke I once heard.
Alright. Arna's fucking cut this shit. It's 7:30. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys made it out of El Cid.
Yay!
Alive.
You're welcome.
No.
Yay!
And
Well-
nothing else happened.
No
Nothing
other
bad
problems.
or
seen.
negative happened.
Yeah.
Okay, there's an episode that I missed, yo.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe
yeah, you
that's
were
it.
late,
That's,
right?
That's a little bit.
You left
that's
like
it.
halfway through, right?
Hallelujah.
You were there for like the first hour or something? Were you there for the marble puzzle? No, you weren't even there for the marble
No, he wasn't there for that
shit,
whole
I missed the
episode.
marble puzzle.
Yeah, no. So the
Okay.
last time that Emmanuel was here was during the debate on whether or not
right,
to
we
bring
made a
back
ton of money.
Bookman, and he left midway through the
Can I just-
debate.
Can I just read my notes?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
sure.
these guys suck. I'm leaving.
Were you around when we
No.
killed the book and we made a man?
No.
No.
It was
that's
right
What?
before that. It was right before that. He left
Holy
in that
fucking
session.
Shit.
It was in that.
Okay.
It was during that session. He said, "Sorry guys, I gotta go." And then you guys found the device, and there's these two
Oh.
things of water connected to all these like metal furnaces kind of things that lead out of the room that have like copper piping. And they found out that by putting your hands in these and using spells, you would activate the water pedestals to drain souls of the people in the soul well that you saw, and it would restore either your magic or your health. And by using the book and one person on each of the pedestals, it started a ceremony or like a ritual to bring back Yeldon, who was the guy in the book. And so they ended up resurrecting him and bringing him back. Yeldon eventually helped you guys navigate through an area of Elsa that you guys weren't familiar with, relatively conflict-free. He ended up having to use banishment on a golem, so then you guys could just like walk through without any problems. And then you guys ended up going through a side entrance of a different temple that was not something that he operated in. He operated out of the Temple of Nerul, which was the one that you guys went through. And following some of his notes that he had, he was able to guide you guys to the main entrance of the teleportation circle room. And everyone kind of was told, okay, well, you guys go first, and Yeldon will stay in the back, because, you know, being pushed off the ledge at any moment would kind of suck for him. And so he followed you guys, and then as soon as you guys got to the end, there was this huge old library filled with like artifacts and like an old wheelbarrow and tons of these big gems and like a ton of other things, and a safe that had like a puzzle on it. And Yeldon said, like, I'm just gonna leave immediately, like all of this is yours, have fun. And he went into the teleportation circle, teleported out, and you guys haven't seen him since. The others felt areas of the library calling to them, including yourself, who was called to the gems and the little display cases of all the old artifacts and everything. And everyone kind of did their own thing. A safe got opened, found a ton of loot, and eventually Varen was singled out, and a Balhanath ended up trying to single him out with these 4 tentacles, kind of like displacer beasts, but 4 of them. And
oh wow, you even had a hentai session.
Yeah. Actually, in the notes, I called it a big, bad, ugly-ass hentai tentacle motherfucker.
yeah,
Oh
I
yeah.
think I have a weird gif on here too.
yeah, it
Oh, the octopus one.
it looks kind of like this for Caradoc on the map there.
Quick, guys, get your swords out.
So they ended up fighting it, and it had
yeah.
it was subjected to a lot of magical and psychic
Oh,
kind of
God.
experimentation. So it was able to warp the world around it and teleport, and even the library itself was shifting as you guys ended up fighting it. You killed it, and the teleportation circle returned because it had disappeared once you guys had tried to leave without it killing you. And you killed it, everything returned to normal, and a lot of the things that you guys had found, like the gems and other things like that, were actually just fakes to kind of entice you.
Haha.
But
Yeah, but my safe, the one that I got called to, gave us all a shitload of money.
yeah,
We did get 800 gold between us.
What? Did someone
Yep.
update my?
So each person got 160.
Someone
I don't
did
think
the
any
math
of us
works?
like resolved that. We just kind of.
No, I
No, no,
distributed
no.
all the gold equally to everyone because I had it
Yeah,
in
I'm
my
saying I don't
bag.
think any of us like added it to our.
I did.
I added it to
Maybe
mine.
Because
might
I
have-
was
have
intelligent.
160. I must have added it.
Yeah.
I have 520 gold.
Where's
I
the-
must have added it already.
You just click under equipment. There's a gold
Yeah.
icon. You click it, and you can edit it there. So you
Yeah,
can
how
add
many gold was that?
160.
160.
I wish there was like a history on my character.
You guys also
Oh, look at
found
this.
a few gemstones and a couple other relics. If you kept them all down, I believe it's
Oh,
in
yeah,
Eric's
that's
equipment
right.
sheet, and it's now in the bag of holding that you guys were gonna
Well,
try and
there's-
figure out what
I've
they
got a couple of them.
what they were.
Yeah, I've got the
Wait, we
blue
got some more
orb.
bag of holdings.
No. Just Rob's holding some of the things.
Yeah, he's got. He's got the massive black ball
Yeah.
stuffed in his pants.
And then you
He's
have
got a
an
bunch of,
orb
like,
that has
swords and
like
shit, too.
some sort of weird
a bunch
air
of
in it
weapons in
that
there
like
too.
yeah.
Well, I thought I had. Didn't I have also have the amethyst and the garnet, or are those fakes?
you have
No, they
those.
were real.
So
Oh.
anything that you found in the safe is still, as far as you're aware, real because they did not disappear and they're not fakes from your inspection because you looked at it and used your roll. You guys then used the teleportation circle and found yourselves. If Caradoc, you remember your perspective when you first found the lake, you would be looking to the left and across the lake. Towards the mountains in the south. You ended up there in the forest. You found the lake pretty easily and used water walking to get to the boat. And it is still the middle of the night, but you can see now that you're in the middle of Elcid, far off in the distance, you see a very small ring of the sky lightening slightly. The promise of morning coming up soon.
Where's everyone else?
So
We're all together.
you're all
Oh,
together.
okay.
With
like
Fenthras
the way
now.
you said it, like I had the feeling it was by myself.
No.
I walked on the water by
I
myself,
usually
and-
keep people that aren't around in groups.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
And yeah, so you guys are all back at the boat, standing on the water, and the boat is like trashed. All your stuff is everywhere, but it seems as though it was like Fenthras had attempted to try and like clean it up with like pushing it with his body and stuff after it got wrecked, and he just kind of like looks up at you and is like excited, but not typical dog excited. You can see it in his eyes, and he's trying to like look all noble and pristine. You can definitely see food around the mouth of his face, and he got into some of the rations of the party. Got into some of his bag.
How long has he been there? Like, do we have an idea?
Well, we haven't stopped breathing underneath water, so 24
It's-
hours.
Yeah, it's been about
Oh,
a
maximum.
day.
Less than 24 hours.
Yeah,
Good
just short.
boy.
Yeah, it was just short of.
Yeah,
24
he's
hours.
getting fucking hella pets.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are all petting him, and you can see the promise of morning in the night sky in the distance. You can see a couple of torch lights very faintly of the Greyfire trading camp in the distance, and that's
Okay,
where
so it's like
we're
early-
actually starting. Yeah,
It's early AM.
very early AM.
Early.
It's like 4:35
Okay.
AM. Yeah.
Man, our sleep cycle's so fucked right now. God. Can we? I really like this mental image. We all have water walking. Can we just sort of like push
Walk
the
across
back
the
shore?
water.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. How long
fucking
does water
amazing
walking
to me.
work? It's like an
hilarious.
hour, right?
No, I think it's longer than that. Hold on.
I think water walking is an hour, and then breathing underwater is
That's what I
24.
did. Hold on. Yeah, 1 hour. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
So,
we're
yeah.
now in what looks like a town.
This just roll 20 is the town of Elcid. For now, it's just Theater of the Mind. Whenever we have you weren't here for say, but whenever we have sessions in which there's not like dungeons or anything else like that, I usually keep the main town that you're near just as the main page of roll 20. So you guys are currently on the Lake of Elcid, heading towards this Greyfire trading camp, which you guys were at last. That's where you bought all your books and shit for Rob, if you remember that.
The lusty books.
Yeah, you bought some Harlequin romance books for Zenkor.
I tipped that lady good.
Yeah, he hasn't really had time to dig into those just yet.
Yeah. So,
Welcome,
I
buddy.
think this is the first I'm hearing of these, so I don't have them written down on my character sheet anywhere.
yeah, I actually have them written down right here, actually.
We
I have my
names.
Greyfire training
Yeah.
camp here.
I
The many...
was the equivalent of like.
Because I have the Many Tales from Eldham.
Yeah, the Many
Magic
Tales of
Never
Eldham.
Dies.
Magic Never Dies, and then the Mists of the Grey Keeps.
Oh, see, I don't have that one.
Guess which of those is the sexy novel?
Mist of the
It's
Grey
two.
Keeps.
It's two of them.
Which one do I have? Did you have that right? I don't even know. All I know is I have something. in
No,
it.
I only wrote Zenkor's down because I knew that I would have to tell him later.
Wait, what was it again? What are the Red
Mists of
Oh.
the Grey Keeps.
Mist of the Grey Keeps?
And I know she was writing a book, and I tipped her so she could finish writing the book.
Yeah. Yeah, she's currently writing a steamy
A less
book of her
steamy
own.
novel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, this lady has lived. I want to know what she thinks is sexy. It's really interesting. And then I saw her ankle.
Ooh.
So you guys are dog sledding the boat. Oh my god, that was the perfect bark. And yeah, you guys are pushing the boat along towards the Greyfire trading camp. And get, based off walking speed and how big it is, I would say like just as you get there, you can feel your feet starting to penetrate the water's surface. And you guys like hurry up, and one of you, like just as you step onto the dock, like one of your legs like go underwater, but you catch yourself, and the enchantment fades. You can also feel the warmth that you just felt was just a regular sensation and didn't really realize it was there until it was gone, has now left. You have this reverberating warmth in you that you feel was what Violet meant by her blessing. So the blessing that I gave you guys, the intelligence boost and all that, is now gone.
Oh, we're stupid again.
Yeah, you're gonna have
Yeah.
to change those.
What was the blessing again?
Back to a +0 in intelligence. We had a +2 in intelligence. That's
Oh,
the part I
intelligence.
remember.
Yeah.
I never wrote it down, so it was probably happening.
Wait, did you say we had a +2 to intelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the modifier, I
Yeah.
think.
Alright, with the
Well,
+2, I'm
no.
still at -1. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so the +2 brought me to 12, which gave me actually a +1. But
Oh wait.
Now I'm
Oh,
just a
never
big
mind.
fat dummy again.
Yeah, I had.
Yeah,
put
and
it
I'm real
down, okay.
stupid again.
yep.
Yeah, I'm like.
Okay, so
oh,
that,
man.
That
Yeah,
actually wasn't bad. I'm still
I'm
+1.
I'm like Zenkor now. I feel bad.
I'm low-key
So
still mad
that's
at you,
gone,
Zenkor.
as well as the resistance.
Why'd you be mad at me? I
and-
didn't do
I don't
anything.
like your books.
What?
Did it give us something else? Some kind
Yeah,
of-
he also gave you
Your
resistance.
addiction to murder my-
I believe it was to fire. I'm double checking right now. And then also it gave you a one-use ability of just immediately succeeding in a saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think any of us used that.
No, you didn't. Oh my god, the amount of freaking memes.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Next time I'm going to just pin it. But yeah, the main one that would have been on your sheet is just the +2 to intelligence. So that just gets changed back.
I don't think I had +2 intelligence.
It only applied
We
to smart
survived.
people.
I don't think I have it.
Wow.
I bet I'm assuming that a lot of us probably like forgot to update our sheets. It probably happened like near the end of the session or something.
Yeah.
I updated mine.
As long
Least
as
for
you
the-
guys are back to your normal stats. It would have been under override anyway, most likely, or miscellaneous when you click on
On
intelligence on the
D&D Beyond, it goes underneath other modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if there's nothing there, then you're good. Anyway, you guys have now just arrived, and you can see the sun is just starting to peek over the mountains and the forest in the distance. and the day is starting. You can see some people are getting ready to bring out their boats for early morning fishing, and a couple of the militia guards are just standing watch, making sure everyone's safe and okay. What do you guys like to do?
Hey, we should get this boat back to.
Yeah, return the boat.
Yeah,
What boat?
the boat that we rented. I think we. Would there be any repercussions to us just fucking taking off with this guy's boat? Did we give him a
Yeah,
deposit?
there's a deposit that he's gonna give you back.
Okay.
So you
Fishing,
guys,
was it a fishing boat?
it was like a big,
Canoe or something.
yeah, it's almost like a canoe,
Okay. 'Cause
made
they,
for
like-
fishing.
If it was his fishing boat and we just let him made him lose a day, then I would just fuck
No,
off
this
and
is
fish.
an actual, like, in the top right of your map here. This is it's like a boat house, and he owns it, and he rents out boats. You guys
Oh,
rented out a
okay.
boat.
So
Yeah.
he's not put out.
No, this is like a business for him.
Oh,
So.
fuck, well, I ain't going fishing.
This is
Yeah.
his livelihood.
Yeah, you just were customers. So
Yeah.
whoever paid him the down deposit,
Down deposit.
it's
I-
50 gold pieces.
Didn't I pay for it? I think.
I think
did.
so.
That
It is
sounds-
50 gold pieces. So you gain to 50 gold pieces back.
Wait,
You
what?
get
They
50
gave back the 50
Yes.
gold pieces?
Yeah. So it was a 100 gold purchase.
Foreign concept.
50 gold
Oh,
pieces
wait.
was
It
a
was-
down payment.
It was a rental for
Yes.
way less hours than we used. Just saying.
For way less than we used. It was for a day.
It was for a day.
No,
Day rental.
not for a day.
Yeah.
It was like until the afternoon, I think.
Oh
if I
shit.
remember.
Either
We got it back
either
before
way,
Open.
yeah. Either way,
It's fine.
it's you're more so
Alright,
late
alright.
than early.
Actually, it's probably not even fucking open yet. Everyone's
is
still
open.
goddamn asleep right now.
No,
It's 4 o'clock in the
all
morning.
of it's about you just traveled across the whole lake, technically on
How
foot.
big is this lake?
So it's
It's
6:30.
5 miles wide.
So it took us 2 hours to walk 5 miles
No, it took
across
about
water.
1.5. Yeah.
1.5.
So why
I mean,
would
that
we
is-
walk
that's a
on the
decent-
water when we can actually
That's what you guys said. You guys ended up pushing it with Fenthris, and you're just having a good time watching all you guys pushing a boat.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I said and no one questioned it.
When you guys arrived at the Greyfire trading camp, you can see that people are just starting to get up and setting up the day. Some people are setting up markets, and you're seeing a lot of people who use fishing as their livelihood are setting up their boats and heading out for their early morning fishing anyway. Because of this, the boathouse is open, so Caradoc, you end up showing up and just making sure everything's good, and you come back to the party with 50 gold added to your pocket. Because you gave him 100, and you'd get 50 gold back if it came back in one piece. So you're good.
Yay!
And
I got-
he understands, and he's super cool about, even though it's a little bit messy, it's okay. So you
We
don't
can
have to
wash it out.
worry about
We
it.
can do a quick scrub it out.
Okay, cool.
No-
Yeah, the
no
boat's all
problem.
good. So yeah, you guys are now in Greyfire Trading Camp, and you can see the militia patrolling around and doing their thing. Some of them are familiar faces to Ariel, who had been wandering around here beforehand. And you guys can decide what you want to do.
If there's some militia here, we can probably try to offload the weapons. that are
Yeah,
stuck on Zenkor's
maybe.
pants, right?
So here's what I have. I have wait, where's my sorry, bear with me 1 second. Okay, so I have 2 great swords, 2 scimitars, 3 longbows, 2 tridents, and a morning star.
Alright. So,
Is there like a blacksmith or something? Or,
yes, there is.
I don't know if a blacksmith is necessarily the right place to sell weapons.
There's a weaponry shop.
Well, it's probably the same place, honestly.
yeah.
We could try the blacksmith.
Okay. Alright, and these are the Elcid weapons, right? That you guys grabbed? The, like, slightly gold ones?
Oh yeah, I need to equip the.
Yeah, like the nice ones.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So, and you're looking to sell them, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so you come in, and you see that it is got a little bit of activity. After knocking on the door, you see a tired, brown-haired dwarf come out. He's like, "Can I help you?"
Come on, salesman,
Ah, yes.
merchant.
Hello. Good morning.
Morning.
So we have some weapons we're looking to offload. Do you know a good place where we can go to sell these?
I mean, I sell weapons myself. The market might, but I won't lie to you. I don't think they'll take weapons.
Fair. Well, would you like to take a gander at what I have?
Sure. Just give me like 5 minutes. I gotta clean up a little bit, and I'll meet you around back.
Sure.
Alright. And you guys swing around the house. For your little mini map here that I gave you guys, it's the bottom right here, and you can see his little work area out in the open. And after a few minutes of waiting, you can see he's kind of like cleaned up and like put on a little his gear, and he's come out now. And he's like, "All right, sorry about that. I just woken up."
Oh, no worries. It is nice and early in the morning. You know what they say about the early bird.
I don't actually.
Oh, the legends say that the early bird gets the worm. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I guess yeah. There's a lot of worms though.
Yeah, but the early birds get the prime pickings. You know.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. It's Birdman.
Anyways,
Yeah. So the stuff, right?
yeah.
Can I see it?
See, I feel like in the time that we waited, I think Zencor probably would have removed all these things from his pants to avoid the awkwardness.
Alright, so you just have like a huge collection of shit all over the place?
Just nicely laid out on the ground or
Yeah,
whatever.
nicely dispersed on like a nice clean patch of ground that, worst case scenario, I cleaned using my prestidigitation.
Cool. Alright, he takes some, puts them on his work desk, and starts looking at them. And this is interesting stuff. Where'd you get this?
Well, you see, we found this sort of underwater maze death trap type thing down in the lake somewhere, and while avoiding death at every turn, we found a room that was full of some nice looking weapons, so we thought we would take a few with us and see if any of them were worth anything.
Hey. So, you're the reason why everyone's getting all paranoid then.
What do you mean paranoid?
That's alright. Well, if you look, and he points out at the docks, you can see, like, this is a beautiful, like, view behind his house into his workstation, where it has, like, a perfect view while he works of the whole lake and the mountains, and you can now see the sun, like, cresting over the mountains. And, he points at the docks, and you can see, marking of where, like, water has, frequently been for a long time on the docks, and now the water is like a foot and a half lower. And he's like, people are freaking out. They didn't understand where there's no tide, there's no current, there's no rivers connecting this lake. It just started emptying out. We were a bit worried. It seems to level out after the day finished, but people are getting a little superstitious. Maybe it was what you guys were doing. I don't know. But
To be honest, I have no exclamation for that.
No exclamation.
No exclamation. No, the.
It's the morning. It's whatever. But I won't lie, it was pretty funny to see a bunch of humans freaking out over water. So
Yeah, I know. Wouldn't that be crazy to see a bunch of humans freak out about water levels?
yeah.
Crazy.
Ariel's just gonna laugh awkwardly in the background.
Alright, so,
Water is my life.
these look really well made. Pretty old. Definitely antique. I'm not sure what material this is made out of. So I might have to take a few tests, to take a little bit of time to just make sure they're decent and workable, you know, so I could sell them. My name means a lot to me, so I'd appreciate it if you guys respected me making sure that these are going to be sellable.
Oh no, 100% respect that. You know, just whatever you need to do to verify, because like
they're gorgeous though. Really cool designs. Don't know how people worked the metal like that. Anyway, yeah, give me about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. I'm gonna test the strength and at least of a couple of these, if that's okay. I don't need to do it to all of them. They seem to be made adequately with all of the same materials.
yeah.
And yeah, just feel free to come back. I'll give you some prices.
Sure, sounds good.
Alright. So the weapons that you listed, Rob, were which?
Okay, I'm just gonna copy and paste it into.
Okay.
Because I imagine you'd probably take like maybe a great sword and like a longbow or something.
Definitely a trident and the morning star as well. Just
Yeah,
because those are things that could
sort of
have
different type
faults.
weapons.
Yeah, and like tridents themselves, the stem of it could have some bad faults.
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes a few of those. He says like you guys have like half an hour to an hour, and he's just gonna like work at it with his put under heat, test it, see how the metal reacts, and it's gonna be about an hour. So what do you guys want to do in the meantime? Are you just gonna wait, or do you want to go somewhere else?
Didn't we want to talk to the elder or whatever?
I want to find a bar.
Yo,
Dude, it's fucking.
it's called a
6 a.m.
tavern, you idiot.
Yeah, it's
I wanna
6 a.m.
find
It's
a
the perfect
tavern.
time. Yeah, exactly. I agree.
I'm gonna drink my breakfast.
All right. Yeah, there's a place called the Toadstool's Barstool.
Nice.
It's the little black roofed building. It's got at the very front. It has like a very comical kind of gnome sitting on a giant mushroom cat, and it has a nice little porch that like wraps around it. And you can see a couple of people starting early, and got there before you, and they're just sitting on the porch talking to each other, like watching the sunrise with their drinks. And they kind of just like look at some new faces and give you friendly nods. Is that what you guys are doing? Are you gonna head up the bar?
I'm not gonna go alone.
Yeah, I thought we wanted to go find the elder to speak with him.
Why do we want to talk to an elder?
You guys have not met an elder.
She knew some shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
is this our
This is
our
like
first time at this place?
this second
definitely-
time,
no.
but you guys
was an
kind
old
of raced
lady.
through here. Yeah, there was an old lady who sold books.
Oh, that's right. I wasn't here for this RPG
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, there's an old lady that sold books, and you guys went to the boathouse to rent a boat. That was pretty much most of what you did, other than Ariel went to a tent and started talking to one of the ladies there, and she also flirted with some dad who's bringing his kid to a boat. Actually, Ariel pretty much flirted with like a lot of people. Yeah, he also flirted with one of the guards.
Wow, what a
That's
sleuth.
right, I did. Yeah, I get around.
But yeah.
Womanly persuasion.
Okay, so what were you saying? You guys, two people want to go to the bar, and we're at a Toadstool.
I think Varian wants to just like stretch his legs and go hunting for a couple hours with Fenthris.
All right, it's
We
about
cooked
you're
up
gonna
for a
be
while.
gone for a while. It's you can see from the front entrance that you're either gonna have to go all the way around back to where you came from originally, towards the swamp to get to a forest, or you're gonna have to go northwest, and it's a good walk down to get to another forest.
Are we just like in the middle of a field?
It's mostly fields, yeah.
Why are you gonna hunt when you're in the middle?
Because I don't want
Because
to be in
he's a
a fucking
hunter.
town. I'm a man of the forest.
He's a fucking elf, so elf like copulate with trees.
He's a forest boy. Let him go do his thing.
Yeah, I'm a tree boy.
Yeah, so it's probably gonna. Oh my god. Yeah, so you're gonna be about like 45 minute away, 45-minute back travel time, and then whatever time
Oh, I mean,
you
it
want
sounds
to do.
cool. Like,
Yeah.
I would be like, I'll be back in like the
Cool.
afternoon.
All right. So yeah, Varen's gone. So everyone else gonna hit the tavern.
Oh yeah. The tavern sounds like such a much better plan than the forest.
All right.
See, Zenkor's gonna find a nice area where he can go sit down.
All right. There's
It's like
a really
this.
nice place in the toadstool. do you want to be outside? Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna go sit on the docks.
All right, yeah, you can sit on the docks. There's also a lot of places that you can sit in the market itself. That's like a really large area, and it's like made to be like walked around, and you can see some people are setting up to be entertainers. When you first arrived here, but you wouldn't remember because you weren't playing at the time, there's a lot of people who do like pyro magic and like prestidigitation and like all these sort of magic tricks and play music and everything in the like around the giant fountain while the markets are very busy during the daytime, kind of being a travel location in between pit stops. Caradoc and Eric, you guys end up going to the Toadstool's Barstool, and you can see it's actually quite busy. A lot of people are waking up, coming down the stairs. You can see small groups at tables, and they're all like eating breakfast and having a drink. A couple of them look worse for wear, being first thing, and you can even hear one guy getting into a little bit of a fight with another guy because he was being a bit too loud, and his head's killing him. And you can see a long-haired gnome woman who has white and pink hair that's starting to go a little bit white now, and is just got like a stern look telling someone off, and is like, if you do that again, I swear to God I'll kick you out right now. And the guy kind of like looks down, and she's like, you can sit back down, enjoy your meal, but like I said, I'm watching you. And walks away, and she looks over at you two, and she's like, hello, new faces. What can I do ya?
Oh, we're coming here to have some rest after a little in the lake. Is everything all right?
Oh yeah, it's just when you run a place of business, you run into some problems every once in a while. It's nothing. Anyway, my name is Lily. Do you want a drink? Some food? Place to stay?
That sounds perfect. It's the perfect time for that. And if you have
I
some
will-
beer, local beer would be perfect. And whatever is on the menu today for breakfast.
I will drink what he's drinking.
Perfect, sounds good. Alright, just give me 1 second. And I'm gonna go talk to the man out back, see what he's cooking up for you. He
Sure.
just walks off. Alright, Zenkor, you're just like chilling around right now?
Yeah, I'm just on the dock. I'm probably, I think I'm like a fake book that was in the illusion room or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you said that the 2 pages that it was open to
Mm-hmm.
are real, but everything else is just empty, right?
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna make a copy of those 2 pages just in case.
Okay. Make a investigation check.
Okay.
How to investigate some paper.
I mean, you never know.
You might find a code. Maybe the code for the Wi-Fi.
Whoops.
Shambhala.
Sham, wow. 16?
Yeah.
not a good morning for Zencor because he realizes that although the words seem pretty legitimate, and now that you can actually sit down and you read them, it's mostly just random words assorted together. It doesn't really mean much, and just was enough at surface value seemed like a credible book. It seems like this was one of the many creations of the room in which to draw you in and distract you from a predator.
Classic.
Yeah. As far as you can tell, this book is just an empty book that is nothing more than honey in a trap. Sorry, I'm trying to find
Should have
something.
stole that other book when he had the chance.
You had it in your hands and you let it go.
Oh, he just took
We
wise
just have the
advice
same
and let
book.
it go. Hmm? Alright.
But are we talking about the same book?
I don't know what
The
book you're
book that
talking.
turned into a man.
Yeah. You just...
No!
Oh.
That was the one
Well,
that he wanted this whole time.
Yes, but then I tried to entice him to steal the other book, but I saw him hiding while I was
Oh.
on.
Guys, that's the
Yeah,
same book.
Well, he had 2 books, right? He did have 2 books.
Yeah, the fake book and the real book.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so you guys end up getting some local mead. It's not as good as what you're used to, Caradoc. You've been kind of spoiled actually recently by having like a really established brewery in the city that you've been hanging out with for most of your travels lately. But it's still good quality. The breakfast is pretty simple. She comes out eventually with a weird texture mixture of like scrambled eggs and oatmeal. And the taste is alright. It's pretty cheap. It's only like 2 copper for the meal and then like 5 copper for the drink. So it ends up being 7 copper pieces for everything, which is way cheaper than the Dragon's Head.
Wow.
But it is
7.
by no means any comparison. You can see that this is a place where they serve a lot of people, and you're 2 of those many people. But after a harrowing adventure like Elcid, that alcohol tastes real nice, and it's cold. And
Well,
it's
yeah,
just-
the thing is that you can't really go wrong with alcohol.
No.
Or with beer. You can, but
having just a really cold beer and sitting down and not having to worry about anything, your shoulders feel like loose and you stop tensing up, and it just feels nice. It's like after a really long day and you finally
Hey,
sit down.
I didn't ask Zencor to do me a massage.
that
Oh,
was
Zencor's
all
not
beer.
That's probably
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys
Would've
are now hanging
Would
out
have been
there.
weird if you asked Zencor for a massage and people are like, "Dude, he's not even here, bro."
You guys are currently sitting at the bar. And
Wait! I thought Zencor was with me. I'm stupid.
No, you're with Eric.
Zencor's on the dock. You're with Eric.
Oh, duh.
Yeah.
Doy.
So Lily's manning the bar right now. Is there anything you guys want to do other than that meal and the drinks?
Just like listen what's the stories around. I'm not expecting anything special, but you know.
Eavesdrop is what he's saying.
Okay.
Exactly, eavesdrop to know what's going on here.
Make just a general perception check. And yeah, Eric, are you just coming to have a drink and relax, or are you like trying to get smashed? Are you like looking to meet people?
Just gonna have a nice drink and
He's trying to get turned,
Relax.
fam.
nah,
Okay, cool.
I'm not.
It's a wonderful feeling, especially your first really harrowing experience. You're more used to like having a troop and dealing with like people versus people, maybe people versus like orcs, that sort of stuff. This was really different, and so it's just nice to like not have to worry about anything and just sit down, relax, have a beer. 16. You've been hearing about alright. you've been hearing about really mundane stuff for the most part. You're hearing a little bit about Esta, who, what you can gather, has some sort of superiority here. She might be the leader or captain of the guard or something. Like, you can't really tell what specifically her job is. But there's a lot about her, how she's managing things. Someone came to see her recently that had the mark of the Divine Order. That must have been a messenger. So they're all gossip right now. Like, a lot of it's just like, oh, like, is this person from Adris, like the capital? Like, they came all the way out here. Like, where could have they come from? Like, maybe it's from Mora. Like, we haven't heard from Mora in ages, and like all this stuff. Like, they're just a messenger from the Divine Order came to see this girl named Esta, and everyone that's local is just like Coordination Street right now. Like, they're just losing their minds trying to place what fabrication is going to be real. And that happened about yesterday, actually, at some point. And nobody knows anything yet. That's the talk of the town. As far as Varen, you're just roaming off. That leaves Ariel. What are you doing? Anything? Are you joining the rest of them?
I wanted to go talk to the old lady.
Okay, cool. All right, so.
But before I go, did I have a market?
Yeah, she works at the market.
Does she? She doesn't sell food, does she?
No.
Like treats?
No.
Is there anybody that sells cake?
Make an investigation check while you're checking out the market.
Wait, isn't cake your weakness?
Cake is her
Yeah,
weakness.
hello. I fucking love cake.
Well, I don't want you to explode.
What's that mean?
Wow.
Well, I mean, Kevin Hart's weakness was cake, and he blew up when he had some.
Aw.
6.
The investigation is not
You
good.
found
Oh,
a
wow.
food stall.
I believe we've seen some.
It has really nice fruit. And you ask them for cake, and they feel bad. They have breads, they have jams, and they have fruit. And they're like, this is the best I can do, sweetie.
I will take some fresh bread. How much is that?
It's a copper piece. Made it just this morning.
Cool. Got it.
Yeah.
It's mine.
It's
Now
like
I gotta go
a
find
it's
the
like a
old lady.
half loaf. Yeah. Cool. She's only a few stalls down, and you see Mila, and she's just sitting there writing away at her book, and everyone, the crowd's starting to grow as you guys are all doing your things, and it's getting to a part where, like, just looking across over, you can see a lot of people passing by, and there's just no one visiting her stall, and she just doesn't even notice. She's just sitting there writing away, and eventually walking up, she looks up at you, and she's like, "Oh, hello. Nice
Hello.
nice to see you again.
How's the book coming along?
It's a bit tricky right now. I'm trying to figure out how everything comes together. It's a bit of a knot right now, but give it time. That's
Well,
part of
I-
the fun.
Thought if you would like to sit down and break bread, I just bought this fresh loaf of bread and I'd like to pick your brain.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. 1 second. And she, like, goes behind the stall, and she's, like, trying to move a bunch of books and find places for it, because she has 2 seats, but, like, one of them is just, like, a huge pile. And just, like, after a while, she's like, okay, I think that won't fall. It was raining last night. I don't want any of these. Okay, here. And she pulls out this little stool for you, and she sits back down. She pats it. Alright, what did you want him to learn?
Well, I wanted to ask you, you seem to know a little bit about the legends of the lake.
A little bit. People talk, and there's a few people doing research back in the day. And what did you want to... Is there a
Was
legend you want?
there Was there any mention at all of a group of people that may have worshipped a god that maybe doesn't exist anymore?
Oh, all the time. Not even here, just in general. There's many gods that have come and gone, and some that have, to some tales, started out like you and me. And
Was there anything that was particular to this area?
Not that I know of. I mean, there was once a tale of Elcid being a city that was not really liked by the gods. But, not too much was known. It was before our time. And that's somehow, that's how we got our lake. And that's what we were talking about earlier. But,
what were you guys talking about earlier?
You and me.
Oh, like just, oh yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the other people. It's been a long day.
It's okay. To me, it feels like it just started. And she kind of gives you like a coy smile.
A little sideways wink.
Yeah. Old people humor.
Oh,
All right.
I wish I had an exciting night in that regard. I'm gonna guess she's giving me a wink because she's dirty old broad.
So, what else did you want to know? Like, did you want to know about some old gods? Like,
Yeah, I'm not really familiar with the surface. I've kind of lived a very isolated life, so anything that you can recall that might pertain to Elcid, that would be really cool.
well, I don't mean to sound like I'm trying to make a pretty penny, but there is a book that I have that might be more of an interest and knows a lot more than I do. There's a book on old legends and places of faith. And it sounds perfect for you. I'll even
Have you
give
had
you a
many people
discount.
coming to buy books?
Sometimes it's very come and go these days. A lot of the people here aren't really big readers, but I find it's where I like writing the most. It's just a really nice place to sit down and lose yourself.
Wait, can
Well, how much would you like for the book?
What's up?
Wait.
Sorry?
wait, can Zenkor feel a disturbance in the force?
In what way?
Just all of a
Someone
sudden
mentioned
Zenkor slams open the door and it's just like, sorry, what was that about? About a book about old worshipping and old things?
You sit
There
your
was
ass
no
down.
door to slam open because you guys are just like straight out in an open market that just has all these little stalls and tents and stuff. But yeah, you like pop in,
Zenkor, like,
ask
lifts it
about
open.
books.
Lifts up his head, sniffs the air, and he's like, wait a second.
Yeah, and you find this stall, which of course Zenkor knows all about, but this stall is
Books it over
a
there.
simple lemonade stand-esque kind of place with many little shelving units behind it, and is just chock full of books. Like, it's like awkwardly stacked, so then she can fit as many as she can, and she's relatively short, so then it doesn't tower over her, but she can keep as much space as possible. And it's, you can kind of gauge through your amazing sleuthing abilities that the reason why she actually sits beside her little stand is because you can't even see her through all the books anymore.
Damn, it's a lot of books.
Yeah. And so she's like going through right now looking for a red one with golden trim, and it's just a book about old I can never say it right, but deities. Yeah, deities that like throughout the times that come and go that have changed.
Deity's nuts.
Oh
I
my.
couldn't hold it in.
Sorry, how much did you say that book was?
This one, well, if you're with her, I would definitely offer for it for 5 silver. Usually it's a gold piece.
How about this? How about I give you a gold piece? I'll give you your full price.
Well, I was gonna do better.
You have a
but
very
that's okay.
lovely shop here, and I think you deserve full price for this book.
You guys are sweet. Is that okay? And she turns to Ariel. It's like, technically, she was the one that asked for the book.
If he wants it, he can buy it from me afterwards.
I don't know, Ariel. Which one of us is a walking library?
Okay. Well,
But I wanted to give you 5 gold.
well, it's a higher price, and you did inquire for it first, so thank you very much. And here's the book.
I'm gonna
And
look back at Zencor and be like,
so you
Zencor just has a confused look on his face because you just spent 5 gold.
Did you spend 5 gold on a book that she was offering for 5 silver?
Yes.
well, she's okay. So the whole reason why I asked is why she didn't like if she was having a lot of people go through there, is because I really like this old lady, and I want to see her do well and prosper. So what the fuck am I gonna do other than buy cakes?
Ariel's literally like a 1-woman Patreon right now for this lady.
Yeah, so I'm representing, okay?
So Ariel has to knock off 5 gold pieces, and he can add a book, and it's literally just titled Godhood.
That sounds badass.
Zencor just looks a little confused, but then he's gonna just turn to the lady and be like, "So, what other sort of books about old, long since forgotten knowledge do you
I'm
have?"
just sitting. Am I here or am I still at the
No, you're at the bar having a meal with Caradoc.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll get back to you in a second.
I in the back of my mind, I think I can feel what's going on at the bookstore, and I just do this.
You can just feel like extreme nerdism coming from your group.
There's just
but
so
you
much
can't
money
tell
disappearing
where.
out of our collective wallet.
Yeah. So as far as books go, there's not much that I can think of off the top of my head. I did sell you guys a lot of my books earlier. There is one on a local story. I'm trying to find it somewhere. Just give me 1 second.
Oh, no worries. Take your time.
And it's just a mess. And she's just like almost losing piles and everything. And eventually she finds a book that's old, tattered. The actual binding of it is starting to go a little bit. The cover itself has like started to like turn inwards and roll up itself and breaking apart, and you can see the inside of the cover. And it's just titled The Rise and Fall of Zithra.
Why does that name sound familiar?
If you want,
Zencor's buying a book?
this is one of my oldest books.
Shocker.
And I would give it to you for the 1 gold piece. Just make sure you take good care of it. There's not very many years left on that one.
Well, I promise you I'll take very good care of it.
Okay, well. And she puts out her hand for the 1 gold piece. She's super tentative about this one. This seems to be one of her oldest ones.
Don't worry, it's in very good hands. I reach into my pants, pull out a gold coin, put it in her hand, grab
I'm
the
gonna
book,
cough.
Yeah, you get the
put the book into my pants.
Alright, cool.
I imagine she just has a look of horror on her face.
She's kind of confused. But you, like, your groupings and stuff. Actually, let me see. Yeah, for some reason she doesn't seem to have a look of horror in her face at all. She just kind of like looks at you for a moment and then smiles and is like, "Alright, well, it's a good read." It was
Well-
actually of a place not too far from here.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about...
Make a history check. You might not even have to ask.
'cause, like-
Eric actually kind of was figuring it out himself already.
Because since it's her book,
Mhm.
I'm sure she could like give me like a brief synopsis of. You said a history check, right?
Yep. 10. You know it's a location that you've seen on your map. You remember writing it down. Other than that, don't know much. But she ends up telling you, like, a quick synopsis, because it's getting a bit long. She basically tells you that it is a local kingdom that used to be independent from Eldham, but was technically within Eldham's borders. You, gauging on your history from just the past year, being in Mora, you can tell that the Divine Order probably didn't like that too much, because even Mora themselves are trying to gain independence, and the Order isn't really responding well to that. And you might come back and not even see a Mora, because there was a huge-ass army as you guys were leaving. So,
shit.
yeah, an entire independent state existing within their borders, there's a lot of conflict. And so the book actually talks a lot about the conflict, as well as a lot of superstitions that had existed. And the book's about trying to debunk whether or not the superstitions were true, or if they were actually just made up by the Divine Order to try and segregate those people, so then they could assimilate them a little bit better. So yeah, you have a book now called The Rise and Fall of Zithra.
Zithra?
Yeah, Zythra.
Why does that sound so familiar?
It might be from something and it's a coincidence, or it's just because you guys might have looked at the
Far
map.
Cry.
Oh, really? Oh.
Citra.
Oh,
I don't know why that sounded exactly the same.
With a Z.
Yeah.
I know, I got
Close,
it. It's
though. Yeah.
fucking weird.
Yeah, I was about to be like, oh wow, you really pay attention to the maps. Because it is on the map, but...
Huh?
On Discord, we have a map of Eldham and
Yeah, I made a
like
pretty
the surrounding
map.
area. Yeah, and
It's so
Missy made
beautiful.
it actually like a good looking one.
So pretty.
And yeah.
It's a good looking map, 10 out of 10.
So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as I'm aware for books. Is there anything else that you guys are doing here?
No, that's her only old book then.
I'm gonna
Okay.
give her a great big hug.
Alright. She awkwardly hesitates and then gives you a hug back. And she's like, oh, I hope I see you guys again. And I hope you enjoy those books.
Well, thank you again for selling them to us. Very much appreciated. I hope we can see you again sometime.
I hope you at least see my name sometime soon. Gives you guys a wink.
I do as well.
Alright. There's other stalls and stuff in the market if you want. In the meantime, it's been almost an hour for Caradoc and Eric. You guys have been kind of listening to the whisperings and catching up between each other. This is like the first time that the two of you actually can talk since you met, really.
So, wheelbarrows, huh?
Yeah, wheelbarrows, they're super useful for everything. They can be used as protection, they can be used as transportation, they can be used as rest, or like a bed, something. It's great. It's like everyone should have a wheelbarrow, I'm just saying.
So, what happens if you end up in the middle of a lake and your wheelbarrow doesn't float?
There are wheelbarrows that actually float. I haven't tried with my
Yeah,
own.
called
but,
boats.
it would be something. What did you say? What did you say?
You're not there, but that's funny as fuck.
That's really good.
What did you say?
They're called boats.
Oh my god.
The best floating wheelbarrows.
Next, all you see is Caradoc like going to a boat and trying to put wheels on it.
Yeah. He tries to make the world's first, like, what are those things called in Australia? The, like, boat
Dinghies?
trucks? The boat
Oh,
trucks
the,
that you do tours on?
Yeah.
The amphibious
Yeah.
trucks or whatever.
Whatever.
They name them after an animal, I don't know, but, like, Cardoc's gonna invent, like, a boat with wheels so then he can do that.
The question is, what are we going to do now? I'm actually wondering.
All
Like
alone.
it seems we've
What do you mean,
resurrected
what we're
a
gonna do?
dude that might come haunt us for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, but he also may not.
Wait,
He's
you're not there. You're not there. This is between those two.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Bitch. Hmm. I don't know.
Eric stares at me blankly without saying.
I'm
You're-
just gonna have another. I'm gonna sip my drink for a second and say, So the whole rage thing. What's the whole point?
Oh, that. Well, you know, when, for example, you're cooking breakfast, and then you see something interesting outside. Someone calls you to talk to you, and it's your stepmom, and she starts talking so long that it just never stops. And then you have to say, "Sorry, I've got something on the fire," but you can't because she's just like glued to you. She just won't let you out. And then when you go back to your kitchen, everything's burnt. See the feeling that you have at that moment? That's called rage. And you destroy everything. The number of kitchens I had to rebuild in my life is just like so much. It's crazy.
Huh. I don't even know where to begin.
Well, start cooking. You'll see.
Have you
gonna
tried
come-
therapy?
Well, actually, my life, like this raging aspect of my personality, helped me quite a bit. So to be honest, no, I don't need it. Look, it actually helped us in this in the dungeon we just went through. So no, I think it's great. As long as you don't piss me off, you're.
Need therapy.
So what happens if we do piss you off?
I don't know. I'll try to cut you in half or something. We'll see. It depends. I don't know. You haven't tried, so I can't really tell what would happen. That's the thing, is that when you're in rage, you don't necessarily control everything.
So, well, like your mama jokes, is that those are off limits, or like what can I do to avoid getting cut in half? Is what I'm kind of getting at here.
Continue being you. You've successfully done it so far. I'm not that hard. I stay
Not-
time one way.
What
I
gets
know
you?
how to control my rage.
Hmm?
That's the thing.
Oh, okay.
It's just
I'm
I
sad
hit
that
my
you missed that
stepmom
joke.
That's it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. Thank
You
God
guys,
somebody got it. Fuck's
after
sake.
you guys finish your drink and your meal, and you feel as though like they got a little like bit of music going on in the background now. There's a group of people playing, but you're starting to realize it's probably about an hour now, and you might want to go back to the blacksmith, or at least try and find the others.
So we have to go find them now?
It's up to you.
Well,
I'm saying
yeah,
it's been about the time that Zenkor was saying to the blacksmith that he'd probably go back. You can spend the whole
yep.
fucking day there if you want.
It's true that we should probably find out where the others are. We didn't. We're so dumb that we forgot to set a point of rendezvous. So we kind of are on our own right now. Let's finish that beer and let's go.
All right, let's get moving.
When you guys end up meeting, because you guys would have just finished your whole book thing then, you guys find each other. It's a pretty small market, even though there is a lot of people, and there's like performers now starting to perform and everything. You see fire breathers and people with like weird sparklers and doing weird interpretive dances. A couple of people who are kind of pretending that they're airbenders and using simple magic to like facilitate it. So like Zenkor and Arrow, you actually kind of see it, and it's basically just cantrip work, and they're just like pretending to punch the air, and then they use like a small bit of gust to like make it look super dramatic, and just like a lot of like loud chants whenever he does it, super embellishing of everything. And you find a couple of stalls that have been added recently that kind of catch your attention. You see one that's got a little sign on it that says Sigmund's Magical Scrolls. you see another right beside it that is similar decorated. That is just like a mobile carriage that is opened up called the Wonder Podium. And the third carriage right beside that, that's called Adrian's Potions. And a lot of people are checking them out. It seems like this is the new place. This wasn't here yesterday.
Must be magic.
You also see another place called Brimlin's Wares, and there are weapons there. You can see a couple of like different swords and everything that are actually like, now that the sun is up enough, is reflecting a lot of light. And there's, whenever you're like looking around or going around the market, it's like now getting in your face and like reflecting the sunlight a lot. You guys, what are you guys doing?
Heading back to the blacksmith.
Alright. So you guys make it back to the back, and you see him, and he's like working and shaking his head, and you can see one of the great swords is still really heated, and it's just like in the process of cooling safely. And he sees you guys approach, and he's like, "Oh, I kind of regret telling you now, or I could have played with these things all day. This is amazing metal. Not sure where they got this, but yeah, you know what? I'll pay you. I'll pay double price on this stuff. This stuff is definitely gonna sell well. I might keep some of it myself as a collector. Gorgeous, very strong stuff. So yeah, you said you were selling it?
Yeah, looking to.
Alright, you know what? Usually we mark down prices. Like an average greatsword would probably be about 25 gold for you, but I probably can sell these at a heightened price. I'll say give you about 75 gold for both the great swords. So the scimitars, give you about 40 for both of them. 3 longbows. These ones were cool. Probably say 150 if I get all 3. Tridents. They're interesting. They're more so aesthetic than anything else, or like just presentation. So I'd only give you about like 8 gold pieces. And the Morning Star, I'd give you about 12. If those prices seem fair.
Well, I guess before.
If you want me to pay for the whole thing.
I mean, before, you can give us like some information about the material and about maybe if these weapons are, strong or not. Because I think, like the people in my party, I think we might have use for one of the longbows.
No.
No.
You didn't hear that. I'm not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm just.
You remember Varen took some of his own stuff, from what I remember as well.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he's offering 285 gold pieces for the whole set.
285 for the whole set.
Yeah. If you, I can't tell you anything about the metal itself. This is something I've never worked with, never seen before, and I mean, if you're looking at 2 dwarves here, and he like nods at Caradoc. He's like, and both of us don't know where this this shit's made from. That's saying something. So
that is very fair.
Unfortunately, like I'd be down to pay even more money, but it doesn't seem as though the actual material benefits much from just standing the test of time. As an actual weapon, it pretty much does the same job. If it was a bit sharper, made a bit more like lighter, better balance, then I'd be giving you more money. But unfortunately, like 285 is probably the best for the whole set that I can give you.
No, makes sense. Makes sense. Also, just a side note, what the hell's a morning star again?
Morningstar, it's
Like
the
pointy
ball
on the
and
end of the
chain.
stick.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the flail type thing.
yeah. A flail is like on a chain, and then a morning
Yeah.
star is like a stick with the thing on the
It's a
end.
pointy
Oh,
lollipop.
it's just
Yeah.
the stick. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, I know what it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, the price sounds fair to me, man.
All right, so yeah, all that Alcid weaponry is gone, and you get to put 285 gold pieces in your pocket, and you can share it with whoever if you want. Or
All right, let's. Mental
you.
math isn't one of my strong suits. You said
And like
285,
before,
right?
yeah, 285. And he says like before any of you guys go, if you find any other interesting stuff like that or materials, you can be sure to come by here and let me know. I'll pay a fair price for it. I know a lot of people out there will try and jack you out, raise the price, screw you over, but this is an honor. I respect that. So just
Well, I
letting you know.
appreciate it. I appreciate your honesty and your good, fast work. And I think it's been a great transaction on both ends. And thank you again for all the help.
All right, have a good one. If you
You
need
as well.
need any goods, just let me know. Yeah, there you go. You got some gold. You traded away some wares.
I feel lighter now.
Yeah, a lot.
Pants
It's a
feel
lot
a
of
little
weight.
lighter.
Okay, so who am I at the blacksmith with? Is it just me and Caradoc?
You, Caradoc, Eric, and Ariel.
Okay, so the only one that's not here is
I'm
Sean.
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Varen
Who's Sean?
and Fenthris are the
Sorry,
only people
Varen
out there.
and Fenthris are the only ones missing.
Thank you.
So,
No, do it in character points.
so since everybody literally
I
just
didn't realize I was there. I'm just dancing confused.
given
I'm reading my sexy novel.
285 gold.
Okay,
Sure,
so
they're all
you're
foaming
dividing
at
it
the
by
mouth to get a
4?
piece of that. No, I'm dividing it by 5. I gotta give Varen his cut.
Oh, you're gonna give him a cut. Okay,
So
cool.
everyone gets 57 gold.
Alright.
Cool.
You hear that, Caradoc?
All of a sudden,
I would've-
Sabotage starts playing in the background.
Is Manuel dead? Is he
Yes, I
died?
am. Sorry, I just perished.
I
He was taking a shit.
57 gold.
I'm making love to my wheelbarrow.
Oh, that's an image I cannot get out of my head.
You already had it. You folks suggested that, not me. I never mentioned anything.
Listen, I always preach safe sex, and that's not safe because you get splinters.
How is
Or
a
rust.
wheelbarrow not safe? Like you have to.
You don't know where it's
Splinters.
been.
Or
Has
tetanus.
nothing to do with wheelbarrows.
Oh, you mean his land boat?
Alright. Yeah, what else do you guys want to do? You guys got most of the this is like mid-morning, starting to get a little bit close to noon.
Did we
It's like
sell my,
9-ish.
Did we sell my trident?
No.
No,
Only
only
the
the
shit
stuff
that
that Zenkor had in his
I
bag.
didn't
We,
know
we
that
had
I
a
was there.
separate set of shit in Zenkor's
Alright.
pants.
You guys decided like you might as well load up and then just see what it's worth.
Wait, you're selling the wheelbarrow?
No.
Oh.
See, at this point in time, I like to think that everybody just thinks Zenkor is some sort of like magician, just like pulling shit out of his pants.
Yeah, it would be weird if people didn't think you're a magician, considering the fact that you shoot lightning bolts at things.
I
guess
can't do
that's
that.
They're like, oh no, that was probably a trick of the lighting or something.
Something got on my eye. I didn't quite see what happened.
You're like,
Guys,
hey,
I just found
guys,
it.
are you looking?
Hey, guys,
found
watch
out-
this.
I just found out this is what never mind. I'm not gonna make
This is
that
what
joke.
Scientologists truly believe.
They believe in nothing. Nothing. Are you guys planning on doing anything else?
No, Zenkor's gonna go back to the dock and read his new book.
Cool. So you're reading the
I'm
Zithra
gonna
book?
go-
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna go and sit next to Zenkor and make inappropriate jokes.
Zenkor's gonna read the book out loud because he knows Eric is illiterate.
I have +2 intelligence.
It's canon now.
Fuck
It's
you.
canon. It's canon now. It's canon. He said
Not
it's
canon. It's not canon. I have +2 intelligence.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you know how to read.
It really
I can
actually
read.
legit doesn't mean that.
I can read. I can even speak 2 languages.
Albert Einstein couldn't read.
He could.
Yeah, says you, the other illiterate one.
Do you know Einstein couldn't even read Common? Weird.
Crazy.
Smoke weed every day. Albert Einstein.
Eric speaks 2 languages, ergo he can read and write.
Yep.
Yeah, he can. I think the only one that might be
Yeah.
illiterate is Caradoc, and I don't think that applies anymore. I don't think that's the actual rule. Yeah, barbarians in old school barbarians actually had a trait called illiterate.
Oh no, I don't think.
I don't think that's a thing anymore. Yeah.
No.
They probably got rid of it.
The only person who I would wonder might be illiterate, honestly, is Ariel, because she's from like underwater. There's not a lot
They
of
don't
great
have
ways
books
to like
underwater.
write underwater. Yeah.
They still
So
have
she might-
ways of writing.
And I used to like
it's
visit
just
the
different from
merchants
books.
like all my life, so I could have picked up some things.
She knows enough. Yeah, they definitely took illiterate out. That's funny. Alright. Yeah,
I'm
like,
just gonna be reading a book.
if you know how to speak a language, then you generally know how to write the language, unless you choose otherwise.
You consciously make the decision to be
Yeah.
retarded.
Yeah, there are
I
some
feel
there are
like-
some people out there that like they'll make handicaps on their character for roleplay reasons.
Dude, just order something off the menu. I wish I could.
Alright, so you guys are reading.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that that's most of the day for you.
Well, at least until everybody else gathers back around and is like, hey, let's go do something else.
Yeah, Varen's gonna
I'm
be
going to,
gone for a while.
I'm going to 2 things. Just do a round of all my equipment, just to make sure they're clean, the weapons and everything, and then get some rations, some food rations.
Okay. How many do you want?
That's a good question. How many do I have? I'm not even sure we're counting them.
Usually it's because you're getting good berries.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
As opposed to the dingleberries he usually gets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, my equipment says I've got 10 ration. 10
Yeah,
one-day
they weigh a
rations.
lot as well.
What?
10 rations?
No. Day rations. So actually, never mind for the rations. It seems I have enough.
Did Fenthras like eat anyone's food?
Whoever had backpacks and had rations,
They're gone.
then they lost some.
He's not gonna eat like 10 rations of
No.
food.
No.
Have you ever
That is
owned a
a lot.
dog before?
So that's like valid, right? Like,
So, like,
yes.
First
Yes,
off,
but
I don't believe that he could
Okay.
eat 20 pounds of rations.
God no.
But
Okay,
yeah.
so
at least a couple.
Varen
Maybe, yeah.
does Varen have any in his sack? Because that would have been the first place to fence this one.
Super duper, yeah, I do.
Okay, then knock 2
Did.
off.
Like I'm
2 of
knocking
them are
2
gone.
off.
That's it.
Yeah, that's
Everyone else is fine. That's why most of the equipment was all over the place. Was him just trying to get to him through the bag.
Oh wait, he didn't go through mine.
Nope. No, he only wanted to eat. He's not like a.
He's a good smart boy.
Yeah, he's pretty intelligent for a wolf. So he just
only ate
wanted to
Karadoc's
eat.
food.
He wanted to eat, and he knew that Varen and him are closest, so he just went through Varen's stuff, and that's why Varen's stuff was all over the boat when he came back. Which was trying. You could see he attempted to try and neatly put things around, but not having thumbs sucks. So, yeah. Is there anything else you're looking for? There are places with like magical items and goods and stuff like that as well. There's also that stall with weapons. There's the toadstool. There's the blacksmith.
Guys, we need a quest. We need
They
something
need
to
one.
do.
They
We still
technically
need to
have.
murder an entire camp of people.
Eric doesn't know
Also,
anything
there's
about
a
that.
huge army.
How am I supposed to know?
Yeah.
You guys found me in a
you met
fucking
him.
forest.
Yeah, you literally met him in a swamp, fighting orcs.
Oh yeah.
He literally had an anime intro. He was like in the battle with like orcs and like fighting, and you guys kind of like were like, "Oh, he's cool."
Because he's killing the same people we are.
Yeah, and then he got a flaming sword, so now he's like extra anime.
Wait, that's...
So,
Um,
is there anything, Baron? Is there anything that you're specifically doing while you're out in your hunting trip, or are you just having a montage?
honestly, just like not even necessarily hunting, more just like hanging out, and if I happen to see anything that's like worth pursuing.
Mm.
Right?
Okay. All right. All right. So the others, if you guys pretty much have the whole day. So if there's anything during the day that you think you want to do, any store places, any equipment, anything that you want to do, you might as well try and do now.
I'm gonna go
I'm
and
gonna
aggressively
unload
run
20
one
pounds
out.
of silver.
Okay.
Oh.
What did you? I heard what Eric said. I didn't hear what Ariel wants to
Eric
do.
will be in his bunk.
Yeah.
And I said I'm going to unload 20 pounds of silver.
Okay. Are you selling it?
Yeah, I've just been watching people eating with them, and I thought that they were like some kind of special treasure, and then I realized that forks are really common
Yeah.
and not special.
Did you say you're selling
Ariel,
silver?
like,
Yeah.
Silverware.
She found a lot of silverware at that one camp. and
Selling
just, like,
forks and
hoarded
spoons.
yeah.
Yeah, she has 20
Fuck me,
pounds
all the
of it.
forks and spoons. 20 pounds of silverware. I don't know why the orcs need it. I don't know why the hell they have
Wait,
it.
you have 20 pounds of silverware?
Yeah, she,
How much can
okay,
you carry?
she,
Carry a lot.
yeah, it was
I mean, we all
most
carry a
of
lot.
her, yeah, it's most
Jesus.
of her inventory. Okay, so basically what happened was at the orc camp, when people get raided or killed and bound and then sent God who knows where, they would empty all their stuff onto a table. And so you guys found like scrolls and a bunch of other shit, and there was just silverware all put aside on the table when they were dumping shit. And then Ariel was like, you know what would be good in my pack? All of that, and took it all. And so that's what happened. And that's how she has 20 pounds of silverware in her pack. So you're selling that, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna be sad when I sell it. Like,
You.
I realize what I want to do.
Okay. First, Ariel, you can add 10 to 15. Well, I'll say 15 gold. You end up lucking out. And yeah, you make about 15 gold and selling all that sort of stuff. Eric, what did you want?
I need to find out what the fuck that blue orb is.
Yes, you do. Okay.
Where can I find where that is?
Make an investigation check. You're gonna see. It's gonna tell me how well you do trying to figure out a friggin' place to do all this shit. $10? Okay. You find a place that sells scrolls, and talking to Sigmund, who seems to be a really droll kind of guy. He's just very monotone, very Snape-like, without the like dagger in his voice. And he offers to sell you scrolls of identify. but you would need someone that can cast Identify, or like would
Okay,
be
where's Zenkor at this point?
Zenkor. Anyone that has the ability to cast Identify, but they might not know the actual spell. If it's on their cast, like their class list, then they can use these scrolls. And there's like a bunch of other ones there. But
Can
yeah,
he use them?
you have a feeling that Zenkor probably would be able to. I'm just gonna double check.
Where is Zenkor?
He's
Literally
on the
the place
docks.
you left him.
Oh, that's
On the
right, you're at
dock
the dock.
reading his
Yeah.
book.
I'm gonna
So
real
I-
quick run back out to the dock and just,
Just
tap
double
Zenkor's shoulder and just ask him if he can come with me and read his scroll.
Sure. Okay. Are you gonna go with them?
Wait, why didn't you just buy the scroll and bring it back here?
Because I want to leave the orb there.
Why would you
I don't really want to take the
leave
scroll
orb
here. I'd
there?
rather just all the things take place in the same place.
Leave the orb on your person, buy the scroll, you could have walked it over here.
I know, but come with me. We'll do this all together.
Yeah, but I'm saying we could have done it all together here, and I wouldn't have had to walk anywhere.
I'll carry you.
You see, I'm reading a book, right?
I can carry you. You can still read the book.
You're not going to carry me.
Fine. If I bring you
Where's
the
the
scroll
wheelbarrow?
and the orb, will you?
Yeah.
If I bring you the scroll,
Don't
okay,
touch
good.
the wheelbarrow.
Okay, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go. How much is a scroll?
It's 150 gold.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Oh, you think this shit's going to be cheap?
How much does he want the blue orb for?
You're
Or
gonna
would he
sell
buy the
blue
blue orb?
Ooh. Let me double check. This is gonna take a moment. Is
He's
there
gonna
anything
undercut
that
the
anyone
shit
else
on you.
wants?
Ah,
do?
shh.
Does he have any scrolls of Town Portal?
Hang
He
on.
does not. I was waiting for that.
Does he have any scrolls in
Hey.
intelligence? Then maybe I can buy one for Eric.
Okay,
I mean,
let's see.
actually, there's probably a spell that does that. It's probably expensive.
There's a lot of things that can do that.
Yeah, like reading.
Actually, yes.
God.
There's a book that if you read enough of it within a short amount of time, it permanently increases your intelligence.
Zenkor's been looking for it all his life.
Yeah.
This search has been undaunting.
Oh, I remember what it's called. Sorry. I'm just double checking. Here it is. So it would.
Like, if I were to offer to sell this blue orb to him, how much would he be willing to pay for it?
Alright, we'll play this. Sigmund leans into you after holding it, raises an eye, and he's like, wait, let's see if he actually knows. He goes, you do realize that if anyone finds you with this, that knows what this is, you might be in some big trouble. And he quickly turns his body so then a lot of the public don't see that it's in his hand, and he kind of leans forward towards you. He's pretty high up because he's on a little carriage turned into a store, and he's like, I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm sorry, it's just business, but I'm not buying it. This technically is illegal goods. And gives it back to you.
How illegal is illegal?
I would get rid of it as soon as possible to someone who is dumb enough to give you money for it. Or you can
What's the guy's name?
identify it.
Murdoch!
Or you can identify it yourself, figure it out, and maybe find a use for it, but I deeply suggest not using it anywhere close to here. I would very much ask for you to use it somewhere very far.
How dangerous is it in the wrong hands?
It's dangerous in the right hands. I don't even feel right not telling anyone. I would.
Okay, would you hold on for just 1 second?
Sure.
I'm gonna run back to Zenkor. Hey, Zenkor, I need the big black opal.
Why?
I'm gonna see if I can get it identified.
Okay, what happened with the blue orb?
Well, he said it's really dangerous, and it's dangerous in the right hands. So I'm thinking
Okay, but like, how much is he gonna buy it for?
he won't even buy it.
Okay, so what he's saying is
So I
that
don't
it's so
think it's-
dangerous
Right.
that
I
he
think I
doesn't want
I
to
don't-
buy it, and he's not going to tell you anything more about it.
exactly. I don't
And
think
now
it's
you
worth.
want to bring him another orb?
Yes.
No.
Why? It's not like he's gonna steal it. If he steals it, I'll just kill him.
Holy fuck. Clearly the first orb showing it to him was a bad idea. What I would suggest is to go there, buy a scroll, get the orb back, and thank him for his time and not be a bother to him anymore.
Okay, but we have 2 things to identify.
Yeah.
So what if the black orb is really valuable and he would be willing to trade identifying that one or identifying the blue one that's super dangerous?
Or it's equally as dangerous, and this guy who seems to be okay so far changes his mind and is like, I don't know these people and they got stuff that they can't be trusted with.
So you're suggesting I just go there, buy a scroll, thank him for his time, and then walk away, and then we identify one of the 2?
Or buy 2 scrolls.
I don't have enough for 2 scrolls, unless you got 150 gold up your ass.
I mean, I don't have anything up my ass.
Okay, unless you have 150 gold to spare, and are willing to possibly split whatever profit we can get from either one of these.
Well,
He did, he did say that he would. You could probably find somebody dumb enough to buy this thing if they didn't know what it was.
But he also said that it's so dangerous that he, a merchant, will not purchase it.
Yes.
Am I nearby during this conversation?
Depends what
No.
you're doing.
You know,
No, you don't ink.
I've been born and raised by a merchant guild. All I know is merchant guilding. I'm telling you, your best thing to do is to walk away.
Can I happen along?
You're tagging along, yeah, sure.
Like with
You haven't said that you're doing anything to take you away from their conversation, so.
with what this merchant is saying, I am telling you, your best bet: buy the scroll, thank him for his time, walk away.
Okay, then would you really be willing to go in on a second scroll with me?
No.
I could if you need it. But on one condition. We take the orb to my tribe and have them look at it.
But if your tribe is
Why?
going to look at it, then you wouldn't have to waste money on a scroll.
It's true.
Oh, is that why we have to buy another scroll?
Because there's 2 orbs.
We have the big black opal.
There's
and then we
there's
have
the
blue
orb
one.
that seems to have like a thing, like a mini windstorm within it. It's like almost like really thick glass, which you just went to sell. And then there's the big black opal that Zenkor has that you're asking for.
Well, they're both mine, so technically.
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm just
Eric,
explaining
did you
which
leave
is
the
which.
orb over there?
No, I have it.
Oh,
course
okay,
not.
okay.
What
Fuck,
if
he
I-
wasn't
would-
gonna hold on to
No,
it.
he would not have let you. Like after that conversation, he would not be stupid enough to just be like, "Oh, okay, well, I'll just hold on to it." You know what I mean? Like he wants nothing to do with it.
What if it's like a nuke?
So here's what I'm thinking, though. What if we go back to him and say, hey, look, we need to get this identified and we need to figure it out, what we're going to do with it. So I say, we'll buy 2 scrolls of identify because we have a couple other items we need to get done with, but only 2 are critical right now. So would you give us a discount on 2 of the scrolls of identify? Maybe buy one, get one free?
Or buy one, get one half off?
Yeah, there you go.
Wow, there you go. That's an idea. Why don't you give it a shot? Come back to me when you have a scroll. We'll identify it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, I'm going to go back and see if I can get 2 for the price of 1 or 2 at a discount.
Okay, sounds
I
good.
will tag along with you because you need the monies.
Yep.
Okay. Just let me do a little bit of math real quick. Cool. All right. So you come back to the carriage, and he sees you and groans a little bit, and you can see like he's trying to hide it, and turns to you and gives a light smile. How can I help you?
I need 2 scrolls of Identify.
Alright, that'll be 300 gold pieces.
Would you be willing to do a bulk discount?
For 2?
Mm-hmm.
Make a perception roll. Or sorry, not perception, persuasion. Words are hard.
Can I seduce him?
I mean, you can try to give him advantage.
Classic.
So he's gonna try to persuade while I try and distract.
Alright, roll one more time, Eric. You take the highest.
What am I rolling?
You don't roll anything. You're helping him right now. Okay, so
Alright.
11 is the
Thank goodness,
highest.
because my performance is a -1.
Yeah, you try, and it's really hard. He's just very socially.
What's really hard?
Well,
Odd.
I'm just gonna say,
You're
gonna tell him.
trying to do this.
I'm just gonna tell him, look, if we can get the 2 scrolls for a slight discount, we'd really appreciate it, and we'll also make sure that nobody knows that you told us where this stone came from. It's gonna disappear off the face of the earth.
He leans in again and puts his hands together and sneers a little bit. How about we go with the normal price? We deal with business as 2 people do, and I don't tell anybody that we have an illegal item in our midst. I'm doing you a favor right now that I could regret. Asking for a discount is a little bit of an insult.
One moment.
One moment, let me check on the internet.
No.
Let's see how much people sell this on eBay.
Yeah.
Check an eBay on a smartphone real quick.
Just pull out a smartphone and start tapping on it. Give me a
Oh, do you have a charger by any chance? Cable?
I wonder if he's thirsty.
Wait, hold on. I wonder.
Calvin.
Hold on.
Yeah?
Do
Yeah.
I?
Check your Discord.
Can I get a check to see if he would be if it's possible to intimidate him?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Alright. Sorry, what did you say, Eric?
I was gonna say, would it be? Can I do like a check to see if it would be possible to intimidate him? Like if he's easily.
You can
intimidated.
just straight up try to intimidate him. I mean, you can roll an insight to gauge how wily he is, or
Intimidation.
yeah, like if you're trying to read him and see if he's like rat-like and is going to back down. If you show a little bit of force, it's definitely an insight. If you just want to say something and try and force his hand, then go for it. 15. He seems smug. He does not seem like you can see in his eyes that he has the upper hand, and that if push comes to shove, he's serious about just going to the militia.
Can I ask him something? He's a smart guy, right?
You can ask him whatever you want.
I just asked him in a little bit of a ominous way what he knows about those beautiful white flowers that lie in the bottom of Lake Elsid.
Oh Jesus Christ! Does that technically count as an intimidation check?
I mean, if she wants to say it that way, then go ahead.
Going to intimidate.
Or are you being conversational?
I said it in a way that if he did know, and I've mentioned it, and I know that he might be worried.
Are you implying that he might be poisoned at some point in his life?
I am implying that.
Fuck.
Went right over his head. Just kind of like gave you a weird look, and it was just like, Anyway,
That could have been bad for me.
like I said, 300 gold pieces. They're some of the cheapest scrolls I have. They're incredibly important, and it saves us a lot of time having to do it ourselves. That's why it's pretty expensive. You take it where you need to go, and if you know someone that can use it, they can use it. I have many other ones that are incredibly useful. He looks at Ariel, he's like, I have some for you as well. I mean, you seem to be into
I need from
that
you?
sort of stuff. Take a look. He has like a variety of scrolls, and like things are like written and prices. He has things like bark skin, lesser restoration, silence, wind wall, comprehend language, locate object, dark vision, protection from energy, clairvoyance, summon greater demon, greater invisibility,
Sounds
fire
like
shield.
all shit that I can do, except that. That sounds good. I don't like him though. I don't want to give him my money. I'm mad at him. He turns down my attempts to seduce him.
And then you ask to poison him. roll a
I mean, I could.
Ariel, roll an Arcana check while me and Eric are talking. What were you
mean,
saying?
Oh god. Okay, hold on. Arcana.
I'm gonna make. Okay, so obviously nobody wants the militia storming through your shop or anything like that. So let's do everything we can to avoid that outcome.
Motherfucker! It was almost a 19!
The scrolls, you can learn many of these spells that he's offering, but the spells that these just make it so then you don't have to prepare them, and you can still cast it, and you don't have to use a spell slot. And yeah, so you're saying, Eric.
Ariel, can you give me the 150?
I was gonna say something really bad, but that's okay. I won't say it. We're streaming. Yes, I'll give you the 150.
Okay.
What are you gonna give me, though?
We'll figure it out later.
Listen, I've been shut down one too many times since I've come up from the ocean, okay?
Get me a couple drinks. I might forget that you got scales.
They're very silky. They're not like scaly. They're
Anyway.
smooth.
Anyway.
Do you want to touch?
Again, buy me dinner first. Anyway.
Okay, so
150, and I'll give him. I'm gonna
Alright.
give him 150 from me as well. And,
Okay, so
I'm
you
gonna
have
add an extra 10.
Okay, cool. He gives you, like, he takes his head back a moment, kind of surprised, and then he gives a slow nod to you.
So
And-
price of silence.
Like I said, I didn't call anyone here, did I? Don't make
you
me
did.
regret it. Because as much as I haven't said anything, if anything goes wrong, I will tell them who did it. Have a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if you want anything else from us, let me know.
Of course.
We got some good stuff that's not
We'll send
illegal
our-
to anyone else but the Order.
We'll send over some maybe our resident nerd. And he
Can the
can
order
check
breathe
it out.
underwater? Because that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem.
All right, let's walk away before Ariel says something else that's ridiculous.
Okay. Alright, so you guys leave. Where are you going?
I'm gonna go over to Zenkor and figure out if he can identify these two orbs.
Cool. So you're going back to the docks.
Yep.
Zenkor isn't there.
Where the fuck did Zenkor go?
In the meantime, Caradoc, is there anything else that you were doing? You were thinking of buying food, but you don't need to.
So Zenkor's just gone.
Yeah, he's just not at the docks where you left him. Is Emmanuel there? I think he died. Again.
What?
He's taking a shit.
I think Emmanuel disappeared. Oh, there he is.
Did you fall asleep there, bud?
I did not. No. What? No, everything's fine.
Is there anything that you wanted to do during your day while these guys are going on their weird adventure?
Actually, considering the town, I don't think there's gonna be much. I'm going to see if anyone has knows anything about the map that I have in my bag. I don't want to give that much information, but I don't know, someone who does some cartography or something like that.
Oh, are you talking about the map that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So you're talking around.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find maybe if someone has experience with the region, has been working on potentially maps and all. I'm not expecting much in this city, but you never know. Maybe there's gonna be something else.
I roll an investigation check.
Okay, Can I roll an investigation for fucking Rob?
Sancor? Yeah, sure.
Oh, well, I'm actually gonna find the cartographer that everyone has that was lost for 110 years.
Alright, I'll do it at the end in a second, Caradoc.
Sure.
Now that we have both rolls. Eric, it takes you about a good 2 hours. We're now heading into the afternoon. And you finally find Senkor at the
He's drunk. I'm
toadstool.
gonna fucking punch him.
And yeah, he ends up being at the toadstool's bar stool, reading a book. But before we get to that, Caradoc, you end up talking to a lot of people. It does take a lot of time. It actually takes pretty much the whole time that they're doing this whole orb thing, as well as looking around for Zenkor and everything. But you rolled a natural 20, and you eventually sit down with who you would know as Book Lady, Mila, and you just kind of vent. You're like lost. You've spent a long time. Like the whole reason why you came here was for this map, and you don't even know what to think anymore. You're like, why did I even come here? Like I did all this work, and I have this stupid map, and no one seems to know anything about it, so I don't even know why it led me here, sort of thing. And because she's like the closest person you know that isn't someone that's going to be following her around all the time. And she sees the map, and she's like, you know what? That's Raymond work.
What?
Raymond used to make the maps like that.
Raymond? Who's Raymond?
Old historian. He used to work on a little bit of the weirder things, but yeah, I can tell a legend like him by just looking at it. Never seen that one though.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And she like looks about. It's like, I don't know if I can find any works by. I used to know someone in Mora who used to actually give me a lot of my books. A lot of these actually came from him.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Here, and she takes a note. She writes down. And she writes down Miraville. And she said,
Miraville?
Yeah. So I'm gonna write it down in Discord for you.
Okay. Okay.
So
I see
there you go.
Oh, there you go.
And she hesitates for a moment with her pen above, or like the inkwell, and she's like, really?
Well, that's a long hesitation.
She's old.
Fair enough.
She's trying to think of something like a reference for a good recommendation.
If it can be a French reference, that would help.
Joan of Arc. Revolution.
Oh yeah.
She just writes down last one, I promise. And then gives you the piece of paper. And she's like, if you ever head to Mora, just find Miravel and give him that note. And you might be able to find something from him.
Okay, but you mentioned a person named Raymond. Is this person still alive?
Oh no. Used to be an old historian though. Used to write a lot of novels that ended up getting adapted into fantasy, and a few books that have been bought recently. I personally use a little bit of his stuff too. Shh.
Oh, nice. That reassures me, to be perfectly fair.
Yeah, so just meet up with Miravel and just ask about the map. I'd be careful though. That is definitely a collector's item. People might want to steal that.
Oh, okay. I personally had no idea. It looks like a pretty standard map. Nothing like, really valuable. Do you have? What do you think it could represent?
It seems like the area. Seems like here. It's just an old map of Eldham and the surrounding islands. And she just seems confused by the question. Like I said, I'm not too much of an expert, but I do know some people that are, and you should check in with them.
Well, thank you very much for your help. This is great. I had this for a long time, and I never had any idea of what it could represent. So thank you. I will definitely talk to that person more.
Cool. All right. Anything else that you want to do?
Well, the day is getting late.
Yeah, it's about like early afternoon for you. So if you want to do any specific shopping or any errands done, I suggest doing them today. So that's why I was saying, like, there are stalls that have opened up recently that have potions, wondrous items, scrolls, weapons. There's food places, there's the blacksmiths, there's trading posts.
Well, unfortunately, I only have 10 gold, so.
I think I'm going to hang around, not look for something specific, really. I'm obviously interested in looking for any, equipment that could be way better than I have, but I'm assuming this city might not really have that. So I'm more, not really looking specifically for something, but browsing around, seeing if anything catches my eye that could, potentially be really unique, but, yeah, without a lot of expectation.
Okay. The Wonderporium is kind of interesting for just the sake of amusement. Like, there's a spice pouch that essentially is just endless spices and can just make spices for you. There's helmets that can turn your eyes red. Just little things like that.
Wait. Did you say spice pouch?
Yeah.
And Zenkor do a Houdini again?
No. There's a potions shop that actually has magical potions that do different things. Some of them allow you to breathe fire, some of them make you incredibly strong, some of them give you resistances, some of them allow you to breathe underwater, let you climb better, some of them are healing potions. The scroll place doesn't really interest you too much because you can't make heads and tails of it. The wares, Brimlin's wares, has most of the weapons in the chart for equipment, but it also has silvered weapons, which technically are stronger than your weapons. Silvered weapons are just like coated in silver and tailored in a specific way over regular weapons, and can be, if you ask him to, if you have any specific ones that you want a silver. And their superstition is certain things are actually weak to silver, and so some people who are more superstitious generally silver their weapons.
Like werewolves.
There's also a moon-touched scimitar. There's blaster's gloves that he says if you wear them basically makes you Iron Man, and you can shoot like beams out of your hands. There's bracers of light. There's shock gloves that, like, when you grab someone, can electrocute them. Just a lot of wondrous things like that. It actually seems that even though it's a trader's city, it's less of like high quality items and more just like a big amount of fanciful items. So it's up to you if any of those things catch your ears as you're walking by and hearing all that stuff. And then you can decide. As far as the others, you guys all end up finding Zencor in the toadstool. So it's Eric, Ariel, and Zencor. I keep seeing Eric lighting up, but I don't hear him.
Huh?
Oh,
I hear him
just
now.
because he's like hitting his keyboard.
Okay, never mind.
No, I'm not.
No, he's not. Why would you
Zencor,
say that?
I need you to identify these orbs.
You know, I actually have not been to the actual shop area of town yet, you know?
Think you could identify these orbs first, then go to the shops?
It's like... Wait, what time is it?
It's like 2.
Oh, jeez. Getting a little late in the afternoon, you know. I probably get to the shops before they close, you know? Zencor
We also might
Leaves
want to
his-
identify those away.
Oh
leaves his empty cup of mead on the counter.
What?
Bartender, thanks, man.
No problem. You're paying for that though, right?
Oh, yeah, you're right. How much do I owe you?
That's all right. 5 copper.
5 copper? Alright, I give him 1 silver. Keep the change, buddy. You earned it.
She says thank you and just like gives you a bit of a smile and a nod.
Alright. Zencor then walks out and heads to the...
Hang on, hold on.
Zencor then walks out and heads to the shopping area.
You have someone trying to drag you back the whole time.
That's fine.
Okay. You make it to the new, quote-unquote, new marketplace, which has a couple of new carriages, which has the scroll shop, the potion shop, the Wonderporium, and the ware shop.
Oh, cool. What sort of magical items can I see looking through the
Oh.
bazaar?
Alright, everyone listen, because like there's a lot of stuff, alright?
Oh my
There's-
god. Hang on to your underwear.
A lot of them are self-explanatory.
Mm-hmm.
If you actually do need them explained, then let me know.
The only thing I need to find is wherever this pouch of spices is.
Okay. We're getting there in a second.
Fucking god.
A pouch that can create any spice that I want, Eric? Like, come on. Get real here.
Okay.
Fucking stab you.
So there's a thing called boots of false tracks. And while wearing them, you can choose to have them leave tracks of a different humanoid of your size.
That's
There's the charlatan's die, which is whenever you roll this 6-sided dice, you can control what number it rolls.
What? That's sick.
There's a cloak of billowing. Give me a second. Which, while you're wearing it, you can just make it billow dramatically whenever you want it will. There's a cloak of many fashions, which you, as a bonus action, can change the style, color, quality, like how it looks quality-wise, all that, just immediately, like as a bonus action.
Okay.
But it cannot be anything but a cloak, so you can only
yeah.
change how it looks. There's the Dread Helm, which was what I was mentioning before, where your eyes glow red. There's the Hat of Wizardry. There's just like a lot of stuff. So like I said, if anyone, even if you're not technically at store, if you're interested, let me know. There's the Hat of Wizardry, which is a cone-shaped hat, got a little crescent moon and stars, classic shit. And you can try and cast a cantrip that you don't know that's on the wizard spell list.
Ooh.
That's kind of cool.
But you can only do it once per long rest. But you can cast any
And then
cantrip.
the hat
No, the hat's still there.
Can you
Then
try to? Like, you have to roll for it?
yeah, but it's a DC 10 for Arcana.
Interesting.
So depending on your Arcana, you are allowed to cast any cantrip from the wizard spell list. There is the Handy Spice pouch. While holding it, you can use an action to expend a charge and speak the name of any non-magical food seasoning and remove a pinch, and that's what you get. And the pinch itself is strong enough to season a whole meal.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, you can just say saffron or parsley.
Time.
Yeah, and
Ooh.
then you put your hand in there, you take a pinch, and you got enough time to season your whole meal.
That's like the fucking best.
Zencor beelines it to the
Okay.
spice pouch.
Alright, it's 75 gold pieces.
75 gold pieces.
It also seems to be the cheapest magic item here.
Wow. I turn and I look at the shopkeeper and I say, this item is beautiful.
Yeah, found it from Adris. Got a pretty good deal for it, and that's why we're offering it for 75.
Wow. That is a very good deal.
You interested?
Very much so, my good sir.
Alright, well, you know what they say, money talks.
Sure does. I hand him 75 gold pieces.
Alright, cool. If you search under equipment, when you manage equipment, it's called Heward's Handy Spice Pouch.
Wow.
And you can add that to your list of items. There is the Instrument of Illusions. While you're playing this musical instrument, you can create harmless illusionary visual effects within a 5-foot radius sphere centered around your instrument. You can make luminous musical notes, spectral dancers, butterflies, gently falling snow, but they have neither substance or sound, and they're very obvious illusions. You got the mystery key. That literally is just, he just says, like, it opens up a door.
Somewhere in the world, good luck.
No, it's just, he says it can open any door, but there's like a chance of opening that door. So it's not quite a skeleton key, it's more of a possibly a skeleton key. Yeah.
It's a maybe key.
Yeah. There's the, what do they
What's
call it?
the maybe price for the maybe key?
It's 100 gold.
Okay. Wow. Do we know the percentage or not?
Not. Well, I mean, make an Arcana check, and I might
Do we
give
know the likeliness?
you. Make an Arcana check.
Ooh. Yeah.
I'll see.
Oh,
In the meantime,
I've got a sweet bonus on my Arcana check. Are you ready? Ooh, yeah. Oh!
Natural 20.
Oh my god, it's my
Ooh.
day today.
It's a
Damn.
very small chance. But it can open any door if that chance happens. And
if that door has a keyhole.
yes. It's between a 1 and 10% chance.
Okay.
It's like
wow.
that low.
Yeah, that's really low.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the name of this pouch thing again?
No, nothing that an axe cannot open.
Handy Spice Pouch is probably the easiest way to find it.
I don't know where to find it.
I'll add it to your thing later. Don't worry.
Nothing shows up when I hit spice.
Yes, spice. All right. I'll look for you in a bit. I know what it's called. The next one is the Ruby of the War Mage. It's got Aldrich runes all over it. And it's about 1 inch in diameter. It allows you to use a simple or martial weapon as a spell casting focus. All you have to do is just put the ruby against the weapon and it attaches itself. And after 10 minutes, you can use that weapon itself as a spellcasting focus, so you don't need to worry about your hands being free.
I mean, that'd be good if you're a wizard.
Yeah. There's the talking doll,
Oh god.
which, when you're within 5 feet of it, you can spend a short rest telling it to say up to 6 phrases under 6 words long, and set a condition under when the doll speaks. So when you say, "Hey doll," when someone picks you up, tell them to go fuck themselves, and then the doll will say it. Simple things like that.
That sounds amazing.
There's a Tankard of Sobriety, which is
That's all basically that like mouth spell.
similar, yeah, but it's more of like a toy.
It's more restricted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very much more restricted. The Tankard of Sobriety literally is like this big tankard, and on the side of it has like this really stern face with like a beard, and you can drink any non-magical alcoholic beverage poured into it without being inebriated. So you can drink alcoholic drinks and it doesn't get you drunk at all. There's
Ooh.
the Veteran's Cane, which is a cane, and when you speak the command word, it transforms into a longsword. There is a couple of wands and 2 staves. And the wands are the wand of conducting. When holding it, you can use an action to create orchestral music by waving it around. It's about 60 feet where everyone can hear it. The wand of secrets. Where's that one? Oh, right here. When holding it, you can use an action, and if there's a secret door or trap within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the one nearest to you. There's a wand of scowls, which you can shoot at someone and make them scowl for a minute, and they can't stop.
Yep.
There's a wand of pyrotechnics, which
Jesus fucking
creates a
Christ.
harmless burst of multicolored light.
I'm gonna get a beer.
And the last
there's
2, there's 2 more. This is like a large group of people.
I like it. This is a cool little.
This is a group of people who have traveled, and they just went into this trading post and are just making money. Skyblinder staff, +1 to attack and damage rolls made with the magic quarterstaff, but also gets +1 bonus to spell attacks. And if a flying creature you can see within 30 feet makes an attack roll against you, you can use your reaction to shoot a blinding light with the staff, and the attacker gets disadvantage on the roll.
Wait, so that staff gives you a +1 to spell.
Spell attack rolls, and it has that ability where you can try and use it to. You give it
Blind the
disadvantage automatically, and they have to succeed on a Constitution throw or be blinded until the start of its next turn.
Okay, and how much is that staff?
450 gold. Yeah, that one's a pretty nice one. There's also one where it's just literally a nice, beautiful silver staff with these 4 prongs, and you can put any object that doesn't weigh more than a pound above the tip, and it just floats in orbit around it.
So it looks cool, but it's not very useful.
Yeah,
Okay, so are we done looking at useless items?
that's the last one.
Okay.
You literally like walked away, and then I said like one really useful.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
something that you could have used, so it's okay.
It's something that would be perfect for me. So that gives you +1 on spell cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
So instead of being a +6 spell cast, I'll be at +7.
Yep.
Yeah, because like I think right now I'm using like 2 daggers.
If Rob buys anything and I notice, I'm just gonna.
All right, so how much was that staff again?
450 gold.
450. Perfect. I'll take it.
Okay. So yeah, it's called the Sky Blinder. So you have the Sky Blinder and the Spice Pouch. Anyone else, as they're hearing all these things, get interested in anything?
Man, I just spent a lot of gold. I only have 195 left.
Yeah, Baron. Even if you're gone,
That's okay. We've got
just
we've got
to save
someone who's
time,
buying
we can do
everything.
that.
We've got someone who's buying everything, so we're good. It sounds fun, but the items sound really cool, but I'm not sure when I would.
Yeah.
So
Cloak is really cool, but I'm hoping to get a cool cloak when we get back to Mora. How much for the Boots of False Tracks?
Yeah, that's not
150 gold.
Oh
Easy.
damn, that's
Yeah.
a steal.
Easy.
That's
Easy.
a fucking steal.
Yep.
You're saying yes to that? You're paying for it?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you have the Boots of False Tracks. That's what they're called.
150.
If you can't find it, I'll add it to you. Cool. Alright, last thing, potions, if anyone is interested in any of them. There's potions of healing, which you drink, you heal. Potions of climbing, make you better climbing. Potions of bottled breath, which allows you to either just use it as air, if there's no air available, or if you inhale the breath and then you purposely exhale it, you can use the Gust of Wind spell. There's Fire Breath, there's Hill Giant Strength, which makes your strength 21. Doesn't matter if you can't exceed 20. For that time period, you'll have a strength of 21. And there's also the potions, a couple of potions of resistance, depending on the damage type.
Oh my god, that's horrifying.
And that's it. If anyone is interested in any of those potions.
Nah.
Okay. Yeah, and then there's silvered weapons, silvered arrows, the blaster's gloves that are Eldritch Blast gloves. That you see you can use Eldritch Blast. Doesn't matter if you're magical or not. You can use those. As far as I'm aware. And
They just
then
let you cast that cantrip?
yeah, I'll double
That's
check for
also
it.
really fucking good. That's really good.
Wait, which cantrip does it let you cast?
Eldritch Blast. It's a decent damage cantrip.
What is that one?
How much are those?
It's like Eldritch Blast. Let me see. Being a crackling energy, strikes toward a target within range, make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 force damage. The spell creates more than one beam when you reach higher levels. 2 beams at 5th level, 3 beams at 11th level, 4 beams at 17th level. I don't quite know how you would play that. I guess you could say that you do 2 beams since we're level 7.
Yeah, so it'd be 2 d10s?
Yeah,
Oh, damn. And those are gloves?
it's a cantrip.
Well, the gloves give you the cantrip.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. You said it's force damage?
force damage.
How
You'd
much
have
are
to
those
double
gloves?
check. You have to double check with Calvin whether he'll let you do the 2d10.
Yeah. The gloves are 700 gold pieces.
Well, 2 is for my blood.
There's
That's-
also shock gloves that give you shocking grasp.
Yeah,
Doesn't
already have
matter.
it.
Doesn't matter if you're magical or not. And then there's the bracers of light, which essentially are 100 gold pieces, and at any point in time you can cast light. Doesn't matter if you're magical or not. So if anyone are interested in any of those, then they can feel free. Meanwhile, Eric has been bugging you the whole shopping trip about using these scrolls.
Hi.
These- Oh, which
Yeah.
scrolls?
Can I help you?
Yeah, can you identify these things like you said you were gonna do?
Oh, did I say that? Oh, yeah, you're right. I did say that. I remember now. Sorry,
You should probably do it somewhere discreetly.
I've been having a very lovely day. Really enjoying the.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's identify the scrolls and then we can continue having a lovely evening.
So how did your transaction go with the?
Pretty well.
Yeah, did you say you'll take the scrolls and thanked him very much for all that he did and
Yep.
didn't bother him anymore and walked away?
Nope. Did not bother him.
No?
Nope.
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
Well, that's good to hear because, merchants can really do some, nasty things to customers that they're not too fond of. So I wouldn't want to cross him in any way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying?
I think he's not fond of us, but he's okay with us.
Huh. Well, for all our sakes, let's hope you're right.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's find someplace discreet.
Alright. I need the three of you to attempt to make a stealth check. And then we're gonna average it out.
Well,
The
could
self.
I
What?
not do the buff first?
I mean, if you want, yeah.
Alright, plus 10 buff.
You guys are trying to just be, like, casual.
Yeah, the best way to be casual is to just act normal.
Yeah. So we're seeing
So-
Yeah.
how
Like, are we just
chill
like
you're
going
being
to a
about
corner?
So now we have a plus 10 buff to
Yeah.
stealth.
Yeah, like I'm not casting it in the middle of the market. Like I'm assuming we've like
Yeah, you,
walked
like-
off to like a corner casually, and then I've like casted it. Cast it
Cast it.
casually.
it. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like this role is like
Wow.
where you choose to do it and like when you're doing it. And cool.
I typed out a bunch of the shit, the items that you said in the in adventure notes, by the way.
Oh,
Alright.
nice.
Most of them are in there.
Sweet.
Alright, Rob as well. This is all the scrolls that are available. I think there's only Barkskin and Lesser Restoration that you can't do if you buy any of these. Those are more aerial stuff. So you guys are now doing your rolls, and I'm looking at them. 21, 26, 31, 20. Okay, so you guys are like, you feel as though you're relatively stealthy. You found an area by the docks where people are kind of already out and they've done their business, and you're on the opposite side of the blacksmith where you saw him work, and you cast your Pass Without Trace, and then now I believe your Zenkor, you're identifying the items.
Yeah.
Okay, so it takes about an action, so about like 6 to 10 seconds. You're just reading the scroll. What are you identifying first?
The blue whirlwind.
The blue one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you use one of the scrolls, and as he finishes reading it, you see it just like starts burning away, and Zenkor instinctively lets it go, and it just like burns into the air and fades off in the distance. And you're just like, you don't really feel any different, but you know what it does. It's just like you're kind of expecting like a weird, like more cinematic effect, but no, just there you go. And
Wanna type it
you're
to me?
a bit nervous about this. Here, I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Is this the one time where I click on it and it actually doesn't send me to it?
Can I just say, if he's nervous about this, and he wasn't nervous about some dead guy sapping the life out of him, I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh, also, because you identified it, you know the amount of hours. It is currently at... Wait, no. You guys spent some time. It's at 80. So
What is
he's taking some time right now to identify it, and then I guess he'll tell you his take on it.
Oh, see, when I click your link, it just sends me to the buy the expansion.
Oh, that's dumb. Okay. Copy paste, motherfucker. Are you kidding me, Discord? Alright, well, whatever. Here.
Okay.
So the name... Yeah, the name is in the first little bit. That's the version. And you have 80 hours. So
Hold on,
you,
what is
you
this
need
thing?
to you can tell them what it
I'm
is.
still reading.
It's a bit lengthy. As far as the black opal, I need you to make an Arcana check.
1 second. I think Zencor will take care of this before he moves on to the next one.
Okay. Also, a reminder: you guys have an amethyst and a brown-green garnet. Do you guys still remember that?
Yep.
Okay. So if you guys do want to sell those, you can do those while you're in town.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Sean, you end up finding a giant elk while you're doing your little hunt with Fenthris, if you're interested in tracking it down and hunting it. This thing is gigantic, by the way. I mean, when I say giant elk,
Huge, right? Those are huge.
those are considered huge, literally. Like
Oh.
they're about like 15 feet tall.
I'm just gonna kind of admire it.
Okay, so you and
I'm not
Fenthris
gonna
have
take
a
it with
little
something like that.
Jurassic Park moment. You end up
Stop this, please.
roll an attack roll.
Excuse me?
Yeah, roll an attack roll. You're not actually hunting the real thing. Don't worry about it. But I just want to see in case. you
Like
do
with
it.
my bow?
Yeah,
Okay.
11. Okay, so if you do choose at some point, you do come across some small game, and if you want to take some pop shots at it, you can.
Oh, like some fucking rabbits or something?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you take it out. Is it 10 to hit? So you end up hunting a few rabbits.
If I can get, if I can get a couple, that's cool. Bring it back.
And you'll be arriving and finding your friends just about this time. Well, like Robert's doing his Synchro's doing his identify stuff.
They're all
Lucky
hidden away
you.
somewhere, and I don't know where they are.
So we've identified the
You found
blue
them
thing, but
eventually.
we don't actually know
Which
what
is
it is
stealthy.
because Rob hasn't told us.
Wait, I'm still trying to understand the wording on this.
So it's a container that
Yeah,
holds.
good. I'll text or I'll type it. 1 second.
Yeah, it's a container that holds elemental energy inside of it, depending on the node. And yours is air, so I sent you just air.
Yeah.
So it holds air elemental power.
Hey, it's like from the Dragon Prince. No one else watches that.
You know it's 80 hours.
80 hours of what?
Robert is being very secretive right now. No, you don't. As far as you're aware, there is 80 hours left on it.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Which is a little bit less than, what, 4 days now?
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, 3 days, just over 3 days, it will explode.
It's a doomsday device.
So everyone's staring at you, waiting for you to tell. And Varen's there now.
Oh, did I find them?
Yeah,
They're in the little like stealth bubble.
they're not in a stealth bubble. Like you've been with them long enough to kind of identify when light bends in a weird way. You also found them right by where you last saw them because they're by the blacksmith.
Okay.
I think they've done fucking dick all day.
Can it be like any container as long as it has the
No,
symbol on it?
the orb you're holding is the container.
Oh, the orb is the container.
Yeah. Oh, I know what you're talking about, the special container.
Yeah, it's special container.
You would have to find someone that is able to create one. But based off of the merchant's reaction,
That's not going to be possible.
it's an illegal item, so you're going to have to find someone that knows how to do it and doesn't mind that you're holding an illegal item.
Yeah. Okay. How many days out would you say we are from the bandit camp?
If you are on horseback, you could do it in 2.
2.
Didn't it take us like 3 to get here?
There's like 2.5 on foot through the swamp.
Yeah. I guess there's a longer way that we could have gone.
Yeah, you can go the long way on horseback and do 2.
Yeah. Because... So, I used the scroll as you asked on the orb.
Okay.
Good news is it can help us kill a lot of people.
That's good news. Okay.
Bad news is we could be included in that lot of people.
That is also bad news.
And
That
the
sounds
best
amazing.
news is it's pretty much a ticking time bomb without an active, countdown.
So the only thing we know is that we have a set amount of time, which is how long?
Less than 80 hours, but more than 0 currently.
You know it's 80.
Call it 3 days.
Well, I know 80 is the max. The only problem is I don't know when the timer started ticking.
It was 80 when you identified it.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that it's identified, we have something that
hours.
may explode. Okay.
What kind of boom? What scale of boom?
So when this orb detonates, it will create a powerful windstorm that lasts for 1 hour. Whenever a creature ends its turn exposed to the wind, the creature must succeed on a DC 18 Constitution saving throw or take 1d4 bludgeoning damage
Jesus.
as the wind and
fuck.
debris batters it. The wind is strong enough to uproot weak trees and destroy light structures after at least 10 minutes of exposure. Otherwise, the rules for strong wind apply as detailed in Chapter 5 of Dungeon Master's.
How big is the storm though? Like,
Bye.
that's like the most important part.
Yeah, it doesn't mention anything about size. But what I'm thinking is
1
you
mile.
go to
It's
the
a 1 mile radius.
1 mile radius.
Okay, that's spicy.
So what we can do is we can go to the bandit camp as quickly as we can. Under the skill of night with our stealthiest person, try to get it as close to the center of the camp as possible before it explodes. Also, if we drop this, it will just explode pretty much.
Oh shit.
Cool.
Also, I have that poison for the bandit camp.
Yeah, so there's also yes, fine. There's bandits that we have sort of a vendetta against. There's also a gigantic army moving on Mora. Like, do you remember that?
I do remember that, yes.
Yes.
It's almost like a 2-mile wide storm that cripples anyone within it. Would be like pretty neato for that.
Yeah, but the thing is, we don't actually know what the situation is with Mora and with the army. Also, the thing with army men is that they're just fighting on behalf of the rulers. With bandits, they're all terrible people that have joined together to purposely go out and hurt people.
Sure, I'm just saying, like, we have two problems to solve. We already have some tools that we were planning on using against the bandits. And the bandits, I mean, yeah, the bandits are pretty fucking shitty, but they're not, like, murdering everyone in Mora.
Yeah,
The
but we
army
don't
probably
know.
is going to.
Probably, but we don't know what they are doing. Also, the bandits are in their own camp where they're nice and gathered together that easily fits within a 1 mile radius. The army, on the other hand, is probably going to be a lot more spread out, and there's going to be a lot of innocent people caught up in the crossfire if we detonate this thing on them.
This army takes
We
up...
could-
Dude, I've seen this army. It's big enough that you can drop it in the middle, and it's just gonna hit the army.
But it won't kill them instantly.
No.
No, it's
it
going to
might
fuck
not
their shit
kill
up.
anyone, but it might fuck their shit up.
We could also use the flowers that I have to maybe make a poison and switch it so you use the other device on the bandits and the poison on the army. Because the poison will kill them.
Because the thing is with this orb is that it's very illegal, and I'd rather use the illegal thing against bandits.
I don't know if the poison I have is entirely legal as well.
Well, I mean, it grows naturally.
Just like
True.
weed, my dude.
Yeah, it's just like weed. 420 blazes it, come on.
It's, one way or another, I think we gotta get this shit out of here.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here ASAP, boys.
We gotta head back towards Mora one way or another.
Yeah, so let's book it, and then we'll take a look past Mora and see how things are going there. And then we'll take it from there.
3 days.
Yeah, we have 80 hours.
Okay, can we identify the black one while we're still sitting here?
Yeah, that'll be the last thing we do.
Yeah.
Rob,
Well, I
do
think-
an Arcana check.
Arcana. Man, for being a sorcerer, my Arcana is terrible. Alright, 13. I forgot to do the plus one. Actually, plus exclamation point.
Okay, it's not a magical item. You know, it's just a opal. It's worth
what?
probably worth a lot of money, but it's just like it's a gem.
Oh, it's just a gem.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
well,
better be
Eric,
worth
I got
150.
It's big. Though.
I throw Eric back the scroll and I put the gem back in my sack. I'm like, great news. It's not a magical item, so it's nothing we have to worry about. But we might be able to sell it for a lot of.
So the black opal is just a black opal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty
Large
nice
black
opal,
opal.
That's what?
Big.
Large black opal.
Okay.
Alright. I gotta head out, guys.
Oh, it is that time, isn't it?
Alright, don't forget to add my 2.
Yep. I wrote it down.
Tooth.
Yeah.